All right, sorry, I walked away for a minute. Hello, Barney. Hello, Silver. Hello, Jan. I was just finished eating, got started a little late, and then had to grab a beer, had to change out a DVD on something and use the restroom. So I did all that in like 5 minutes. Grabbing a beer is a very intensive activity, apparently. And I have a cookie. I gotta eat my cookie. Wait, not Michael, anyway. Is there music? Okay. It's like I can barely hear it. Okay, I'm still eating my cookie. Oh, hello. She's got really tired. Coffee mixed with Red Bull. Oh. Maybe. Anyway, we're gonna no, come on. Oh, you're right. I don't have my other blue light on. I was like, is that better? I have a little like flat studio light right here. I just put it in the middle of the room and shine it that direction. Normally I have it pointed on my bookcase because then that one lights up the wall blue, because it's kind of hard to see, but I have a backlight like right there. And I'm looking at the camera for where to point, but I can just see it now. And that's for creating a little bit of rim light. It's just that one's way back there. It's the best I could do. Anyways, that's better. The reason that I wanted to readjust this room and move things over a couple feet was mainly so that I could get the blue over there without having that backlight hit the wall and then create this like white. You can still see it a little bit, but it was really hard to direct it. Oh, I don't have that running either. See, I very last minute on this stuff. So what you got? Cookie European juice boxes. Okay, one sec. I just had a cookie and then I grabbed a beer. It's gonna be a really weird follow-up. There's an update. No. Okay, it was a cookie derpy and juice box. Okay, there you go. All right, now it'll be automatic. All right, so last time we were working on some new bit. He'll be down here in a minute. He was just finishing up eating. But we were doing some more bits ones. So we got Derpy driving the car. And then her crashing or something. I don't know. I think we were considering this one basically done. Oh, wait. There was a clip there. I thought so. Bad derpy. Okay, the keyboard isn't needed anymore. I won't group it. They're pretty easy to see. Okay, I gotta fix that. And then I think this one's done. But then the question is, what's another one to do? For those that may weren't here before, these are the animations that I'm doing for bits, and they're given because the tradition has been kind of derpy playing on a keyboard. So the idea was, let's keep that, but just mix it up a little bit. Okay, that's not clipping now. Okay. So yeah, I think that one can be rendered out. Let me make sure the green screen still works fine with this. I want to make sure like rainbow is not coming through the green screen or something. Nope. Okay. What else can she do though that has involves typing? So we gave her a typewriter, we gave her a keyboard, we gave her drums. We could put her on a piano. I like the idea of a piano actually. That'd be a nice, pretty easy one too. Oof. Showing that it's a piano though. I think I can make it work. So it is using as the base. Derpy cat. Maybe actually we could put Derpy with the cat stuff on and have her with like a ball of yarn that she's like just like spinning. Does that work? Hello, Luna. Hello from Europe. Oh, you're one of the ones I have to apologize for always being so late. So yes, apologize for being. Well, actually, wait, is it midnight now? I can't remember. You jumped ahead. Oh, I think it's 11 o'clock now for GMT, isn't it? This last weekend we had our swap, so for people outside of the United States, it is now 1 hour different start time. So usually, oh, is it midnight GMT? Oh yeah, it would be 1 hour. No, 1 hour ahead would put us closer together. Okay, well, I don't know my GMTs will change at the end of this month. Ah, okay, so there's a change there too. I thought I must have fixed the other one. Okay. This one we're going to do as... Hello.
I was back.
Yes. It's because I just never really stand on that side.
Did you not vacuum today?
No, I vacuumed like a week and a half ago.
How there's the line still?
Because I don't walk over there.
I don't actually use this.
You can see the line.
Yeah, I can see the lines.
No, oh, big dirt.
Big dirt. Big screen. It's dead.
I feel like you don't care about big derp. You just care about the licking of the screen.
No, she's so cute. She licks the screen. The cutest part.
It's all about Derpy playing the piano.
Well, I thought the keyboard was essentially the piano.
No, the piano, because then I can have the piano go boing, 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 boing.
You could.
But when I look at this, it's not a closed piano. So, I mean, it wouldn't make any sense to have a closed one anyway. But this would make
be able
it.
to see her. Can you see her face?
Actually,
that is the question.
We might be able to make it work.
Yeah, it's a big piano.
Well, I can shrink it down a bit.
Keys are not made for a horse.
Hey, I had Octavia playing the piano.
You know, she's talented. So is Derby, so it's fine.
I love the edit that they do with Ra Ra.
Yeah.
Where it's like, this is what it should have sounded like. And it's just her singing, but then going bong, 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 bong.
Again, dexterous hooves.
I loved it. That's why one of my favorite scenes I've done was having Octavia playing, Octavia playing the piano. Mm-hmm. Or was it, no, that was Ra Ra playing the piano, but like when they showed, it was perfect piano, but it was just banging on keys.
And I like it just pans over to Applejack and there's tears in her eyes.
Oh, no, that was talking about my edit, but they had that one too.
I like that one. Your edit was good too.
No, that was just one of my favorite things I've done because it's just, it's a subtle joke that looks like it's trying to be serious, but it's not. This one would take up a lot of space, but I definitely could see it working. We could kind of do it like, is it Linus's piano? You know, where he's got like that.
No, yeah, it's just a baby grand piano.
Linus's baby grand is baby. Like that thing is tiny and it's flat on top because I think like Lucy sat on it or something.
Well, it has a lid that can close.
I wish that this lid would close, but it doesn't. And no.
I wasn't going to suggest it. It's not
Is there a keyboard? Yeah, this is the keyboard for the bass. So we recreated the original one. That one's going to still be there, but then we're just adding on top of that. Other than she won't be having glasses. Mainly because if I've had glasses on her all the times, it might take away from those being specifically useful and neat at one part. Actually, when she's in her cart, I should give her goggles. Because you like accessorizing Derpy.
Yeah, she's a little dress up. I often think about things like this, where like if this tool was made for a horse, what would it look like? How would it work? Piano's a hard one. I don't know how you would manage the piano. The piano would not exist for horses as an instrument. I don't think. But there should be something they could play. They could do maybe not the piano, but the hammer harp, which is essentially a piano.
I think what they could do is the hammer.
Yeah.
Because all they do is have hammer.
Yes. But they could do a hammer harp.
The triangle.
Yes, they could do the triangle.
Triangle, drums, sing.
Yeah.
So like a cappella.
As far as string instruments is concerned, they could do a hammer harp pretty easy.
Rock on rock.
Harp in general.
A harp. Like Lyra playing the Lyra.
They could pluck the strings. They could pluck strings.
If it's big enough.
Yeah.
It'd be really hard to be that precise.
But that's why the hammer harp would be so perfect.
Well, you could probably get like a little attachment to the end of the hoof that had a tiny little hook to make it a little easier.
A pick, essentially.
Yeah, but it'd be really hard for like a guitar. A guitar is made for a human. A harp, I could see a horse, at least in their dexterity.
A horse could play a guitar if it had a pick and was really good. Because I've seen some players use a pick, like pluck the strings. A horse could play guitar with a pick. They couldn't do every. Their selection of what chords they could play would be reduced. Or ghost fact. Let's see. Ghosts can only play wind instruments. Yeah, that's instrument related because they go. Ooh, but they do that with a flute, and then it just sounds Peter and the Wolf. Yeah. They can only do one note though, no fingers. So it's Peter and the Wolf, and it just goes, and and they take a bow. Oh, pretty good. Recorders sound the same, living or dead. Ghosts can play oboes, yes. And the didgeridoo. You go to the didgeridoo. Or the bugle. I can do that.
I have to think about it. I think the derby was meant to be an infinite loop so that if a message was spoken, it would give extra time. So her disappearing might make this a little harder. Oh, but actually the messages might be a little easier to do because before it had this sound effect and then the talking. Now I think I can have it. No, wait, it would disappear and just keep going. I don't know, make it work.
I'm imagining a bunch of ghosts just playing the kazoo now. Kazoo ghosts. A couple instruments out there that really don't require any talent whatsoever to play. There's hope for me yet to start that band. It's just gonna be a band of a bugle, a kazoo, an oboe, and a didgeridoo, and we're just gonna get out there and we're gonna be awesome. People come from half miles.
People will come from many feet away.
Tell us to shut up. Like, look at this crowd we've gathered. Shh, stop it. Stop it. It's 3 a.m.
There. I took the motion from the other one. Just it's not much, but it's something. So
So good.
Can ghosts play oboes?
Yeah.
Oboe.
Of course.
Okay. Well, that was easy. Hey, look.
Did it.
We did it.
Mastered.
Well, okay. So, is there anything for an outfit for her? Bow tie.
Yeah, the bow tie.
Do a
Gotta
bow
do
tie.
bow tie.
This is the one time we can do a bow tie.
Yes. Ooh. Well,
No,
that's
this is the Octavia one.
yeah. That's
Oh, it's a big
fit
one.
for horses.
Yeah, the other one wasn't. I'm gonna have to play with it a little bit though.
She's kind of got her like her.
To make it so that she's looking down enough, but not putting her head way forward. I have to bend the neck back, or the chest back and the neck back, and then the head forward. And doing so kind of destroys it a little bit. Oh, there's no head. It's just neck. Where's the tie?
The tie is gone. Oh no.
What's going on?
It broke.
Oh. I zeroed everything, but there's no equivalent to lock that, so.
He's so fancy.
Problem is getting this to look not clipping. I can hide her right side a little bit. The left side, not so much. So, yeah, but in motion.
Looks not bad.
Yeah, it kind of looks kinky.
Ooh. Does it now?
Because it's kind of like low, but also kind of like, I don't know. I don't really like it. It doesn't. There's no way I could fit it on her with her head in the position that it's in. So we'll just have to go naked derpy. See, now she's naked because we took clothing off.
Imagine everybody with bow ties. Okay.
Yeah. Imagine a horse wearing a bow. Or it's like if a naked lady came in and was wearing just a bow tie, and you're like, so she takes the bow tie off, and you're like, oh, like what's the difference? Okay. So I think this one is going to probably just be one of the like few base ones that I'll have as a random. All right, now we're going to do See, that was super easy. I wish they were all this easy. This is what Michael thinks animation is.
This is what animation is. You load up an animation, you stick a thing in front of a horse, and she interacts with it. It's animation.
No, we are going to do Soul Kitty's one.
What's Soul Kitty's one?
You wanted a kitty one.
Where Derpy is a kitty?
I'm going to put the kitty outfit on and then see if I can find a ball of yarn. And she can just spin the ball of yarn. Yes.
I like this.
Oh, we could give her the globe at one point too and have her be like God Derp. And she's just spinning and just have people screaming constantly.
No, I don't. Wait.
Because he's spinning the planet. Yeah. I like this too. Okay, we got lots. Let's see.
About the Death Derp.
No, we're gonna do Death Derp comes afterwards. First is Kitty Derp.
This is a kitty.
She's gonna eat it. That's how she becomes Cat Derp.
Just like Mario does.
Just how Mario. What is the outfit called? Is it furry? No, it's not cat.
It's like costume something.
It might be under costume. Put that one, Michael.
Yeah, put that one on her. She can just wave the pom-poms around.
Could. I might be able to find a way to make that work. Look at.
That's
That's
probably cute.
Like pudding. There it is. Yes. Cat. It says cat costume. Why did I not see it?
Wait, there's two?
It's just one without the nose. I hate the definition of naked now. She would be naked. She would have a bow tie. Well, that is. It depends. The definition of naked, I think. Oh yeah, it's in her head. Is technically all clothing gone, but it might be scandalous.
It is one of the best moments in the entirety of that one manga that I've never read, and I do want to read, and I'm just aware of that one page. It's like, imagine every pony with hats. Okay, now imagine them without hats. Gasp. It's basically a play of imagine everybody in the audience naked. You have to provide more context when they're horses. Got sharp fangs, gonna bite.
Yeah, I had to adjust it because this mouthpiece doesn't have an equivalency on the revamp mouths. So technically, it does. If you wanted to do all the lip sync, you'd have to kind of match it up. It'd be very annoying. But for this, it works fine. Except when she goes to leave. Mouth closed to here. Okay, and then it comes back in here. I know it doesn't have to be exact. It's just more about having it not look weird like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it's also like frowns a little bit. I think she's actually frowning more here by a lot. Oh, yes.
Ooh, got to chill. Which is weird because it's warm outside. I felt foolish.
Yeah, it was super nice today.
I felt foolish walking home today, or leaving work today, and it was like warm out, and I saw people wearing t-shirts, and I'm still wearing my winter coat. And I'm just like, I might be about done with this coat.
It hit like very nearly 70.
Yeah.
Tomorrow was supposed to get back down to the 50s, but now they've extended it to be 60s tomorrow as well.
Yeah, I might just wear a long sleeve tomorrow.
If I was home
early,
if I was home this afternoon, I would open the windows. But I think it's still going to drop down to like 40s tonight. It says it's still 66.
Still managing to keep chilly down here.
Yeah, it's going to actually get down to 38 overnight. By the time you leave for work, it's going to be 38.
See, then I'll need my coat for 38, but then by the time I leave, it's probably gonna be like 70 again.
Talking snow in a week and a half. None of it's going to stick.
Talking rain Thursday, which we direly need.
Yeah.
I need to get the grill in before then.
They're talking snow, but it's going to be 40s during the day. Just going to be cold enough overnight. So, but people are going to freak the fuck out because they're going to forget what winter is. Oh, what happened to our ears?
We didn't really have much of one this year. The ears not fit these ears? Because I guess the revamped ears are a little different.
Yeah. It's probably just shape rotation or something. No, they're gonna be goofy. I think I can make it work. You got another ghost fact.
Another ghost fact. Here's a ghost fact, guys. Ghosts can't use smartphones, but they can possess them. So if you get a random ad from like saying donate to like ghosts and stuff, that's ghost in your phone.
So is this how we got TikTok?
Yeah, it is pretty scary, but I don't know if it's ghosts. So yeah, no, ghosts in your phone. They can't mess with your password or nothing, so don't worry about that. They can just like spam you.
Yeah, because I'd be worried about ghosts getting into my bank account.
Yes, don't gotta worry about that. Just spam. Ghosts will spam you.
So they can post on your phone, they just can't see your passwords.
They can't see your passwords or any of your stuff. So
how does that work?
It's the same way that like ad agencies like post stuff on your phone. They can get into your instant messenger.
So they don't have root access.
No, they just have like they can send messages to your phone while inside of your phone, but they can't like see your stuff.
How does that work? Like, how can they get access to some, not others?
Not ghosts, man. I mean, don't know.
It's like they have like you can go into your privileges, just like disable ghost privileges. No.
It's like when a ghost takes over your television.
Give me Instagram.
It's not like he has contact to your he doesn't have access to your Amazon account. Just because he's in your television, you can just mess with the screen, make it all wibbly, kind of like that. Because everybody already knew ghosts can get inside TVs, right? I feel like that's common now.
Did you see that comic because it gives posted or something about in the future how they defeated the ring monster?
No, I missed that one.
It's funnier to see it.
I posted that one about the Grand Slam. It's also funny.
No, this one. Like the year 2035, Unity has finally found a way to defeat the ring curse.
No.
And it shows TV and then just launches it like, yay!
There you go. That's what that ghost got me really ticked.
that was funny because that actually worked.
Launched her into space. But the person who makes the phone call doesn't own a TV because not everybody has a television. Can the ring monster get them? Do they wait till they're like out in the middle of Times Square and they just crawl out there, like with all the big televisions? Would you get a super huge like kaiju ring girl? If she crawled out of the big screen, the giant one in Times Square, just get bigger depending on the screen size?
Well, that's probably
These are the questions.
Yarn Yoshi. There's no yarn ball. Well,
What if you just had any cat toy? Just try a cat toy.
Cat toys are hard because they're not identifiable. I could if I have a basketball, which I do,
Texture it with yarn.
I could just texture it And I chose basketball specifically because it would have to have a texture on it that went all the way around. The difficulty with putting a texture all the way around something like this is the repeat point. I might be able to find a lossless one, but I'd have to find a lossless, not a lossless, a seamless or edgeless texture that went by vertical and horizontal to actually make it perfectly work.
That's
It can exist.
If I was to have done the UV mapping for that ball, it would not exist.
No, because more than likely, it's just there's a split probably along this line or somewhere that it's a copy paste. It's the same texture on both sides because it has to be. Yeah, I can see like there's a little bit of a bright spot there and a bright spot there, so it's mirrored. And not mirrored this way, but mirrored in a rotation.
I can see where the mirror is. Yeah, that makes sense.
Just where the seam is the thing I'm not sure of, but it doesn't really matter. We're gonna game model, so I know what game it's in. Oh, it's in the habits folder. Whatever. So this is basketball ball.
How I feel about Skibidi after I slept on it. I mean, there's a story there, and it's ridiculous. I only watched the first 4 minutes. I feel like that was probably too much.
And that was already a 16 episodes.
It's like the whole thing is like an hour 10.
And computers are kind of getting smaller these days.
It's the seamless yarn.
There's a toilet messiah that all the other toilets are fighting for, I think. Because he got flushed or killed him. They came back from the dead. And I know that now.
This is braided. I don't want braided.
If you do braided, at least it's going to be consistent.
This is probably what I'm looking for, but this isn't seamless. Yeah, it's definitely. Well, no, it's not. It was very close, but these two are the ones that give it away. There's nothing matching here, but these ones, like you can see, it kind of does match up. So I thought maybe.
Any actual yarn ball isn't going to have perfect. And that looks like pictures of actual yarn balls.
Yeah. Yeah, like this is not going to work anyway, too. It has to be a cleaner.
Which is what the
like this.
One. Well, that's string. That's not even yarn.
Yeah, but I can just blow it up. I just remove because everything that I search for in this is probably going to not be like just lines of yarn. I'm just trying to see if I can find something that is close.
I can kind of see Silver why it became a thing. Not because it's good, but because it's so awful, but there's something to talk about. And the fact that there's anything to talk about in regards to that Skibidi thing is, I think, what makes it
Well, people that find something ridiculous and stupid want other people to see something ridiculous and stupid, even if it's not good, especially if it's not good. And if enough people do that, then people don't as much like it, but drive it enough to create a fandom around something that nobody really likes to begin with.
The way I would describe this one, it's like if a bunch of dogs ran apart taking shits, and you're like, I don't want to watch that. But then you realize like there's some sort of weird story mixed in with it, but there's no dogs taking a shit the whole time, and it's like there's a level of like, what, why, and then you realize that you've spent the last hour and a half watching dogs take poops.
Is that what you did last night?
I spent 4 minutes watching dogs take
Or
poops.
is that what you did to cool down afterwards?
Like, I need something to like bring me back. And honestly, it's better.
But again, I don't like the idea of
No, it's not
sit through crap to get to the good
not
part.
saying it's bad. I'm saying it's crap, but it's crap with a story to tell.
You like bad stories.
It's not a good story. It's just a story in the crap, which you don't expect to find stories in crap because it's crap. But here we are, heads and toilets, the manifestation of crap.
This person's got seamless textures. Yeah, but
Like
none of those are really what I'm looking for.
Not
either.
happy on my interpretation, but they are literally heads and toilet silver. It's singing the same repetitive song over and over.
The repetition thing, I can understand why people get on that, because people like repetition.
Yes.
All the top songs on the Billboard Top 100 are all songs that tend to have really repetitive lyrics because it's easy to follow along with, sing with, and understand.
But it's like the same 5 seconds.
Yeah. It's simple-minded generation. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to see it. Like, I can't even really use this because there's a brightness shift, and that doesn't work. So any texture I need needs to be something balanced.
Or it can just be a big mess like that, and it can be so messy that the edge doesn't matter.
But then at that point, you're not even going to notice it because it's going to be moving and spinning. I want to have large enough yarn bits that you can kind of notice. If I just need to put like a braided ball, I'll do it. I'm just trying to, I would like this.
It's twine. It's not
It doesn't matter. It's still close enough. A cat's not going to care.
Cat will care. Cat will get its claws like stuck in twine so fast.
Yeah, but I don't care.
Cat gonna hurt itself. Oh, kite.
The cat shouldn't be stupid.
The TV head woman is my favorite.
This
And the
is
giant
256
TV is pretty
texture.
awesome. I see. Oh, next time, Silver. Next time I stream, I'll watch 4 more minutes. That's the since each episode is so short, I will watch 4 minutes at a time. 'Cause that's as long as I was able to go last time. Before I was like, okay, this has to stop. And eventually, I will have watched all of it. The fact that we would get an episode a week doesn't surprise me. I think that's what probably gotten popular is because it kept a schedule.
Yeah, actually, schedules are big. Schedules don't help the viewer; they help the algorithm.
Yeah.
Because it's all about, if YouTube doesn't promote you, it doesn't matter. And if you put out things on a schedule and they're getting decent views, it's going to push hard because it wants people to also then grab onto it. So this is how we lose the culture war.
I didn't realize I was fighting that particular culture war. But that one wasn't worth my time. Like, we must stop the rapping, skibbity bopping head toilet hits. Why?
Well, stop the booping and the bopping and the skibbities and the boobities.
I'm gonna stop it.
See, that's what if it was
rotate that
Cosby
to see how-
toilet. Cosby toilet would be better.
Yes. I'm sure they'd still be airing.
Actually, maybe it's more relevant. He's coming out of a toilet. It's not exactly shining him in a positive light.
It would not.
Oh no, he's a flushing.
I just feel kind of sorry for all the other actors who were on that show that no network is ever going to air again.
I think the people that will get hurt the most by it are the people that
Doesn't look too bad.
the people that were potentially going to live off of subsidies,
The royalties.
the royalties, and then by it not being shown anymore, they don't have that anymore.
Yeah, they're gone.
Okay, so if I do it like this, the idea is I put it at an angle that when it rolls, because it has to be in derpy. Ooh, that is. I think derpy needs a bigger ball.
Small. But Silver, you get to watch me play a video game for like 3 hours beforehand. Is it 3 hours? 8? Yeah.
You played well after 11 yesterday.
Only because we were trying to figure out this freaking skibidi toilet thing. I actually saved and quit the game at 11. That game is harder than I remembered. Or maybe they upped the difficulty for the pony version. I don't know.
Well, yeah, because Denise was like, "Oh, he got in a fight. Oh, he's dead."
Oh, well, technically, I'm not playing Final Fantasy 6, so I think the difficulty is higher. I'm playing Final Fantasy 3, Japanese version.
Oh,
I don't know if there was
maybe.
a difficulty.
Are you trying to say something about Americans?
No, this is what Japan kind of always assumed about Americans, and on some things they're kind of right. Americans don't like to be challenged in video games. They like to turn their brains off and just do for a while.
Like, you can agree with that.
I can. I know several people who don't like to be challenged. I want to be pushed to the very edge.
No, there's a difference. Like, there's a challenge curve, and the best spot to hit is where you have a balance between complexity and skill. It's where you get in that flow state where you can do things at the exact capability that you can without being too easy, without being too hard, right in the middle. You just want it as hard as possible.
Yeah, this is what I want. I want to believe that I can go this far, and I want the difficulty to be just outside of how far.
But what if you never get there?
Go. Have fun trying. It's gonna be great.
Well, but if you're saying this is the fun range and you're playing here, and
this is the range. This is the easy that some people want to play. This is how far I think we can go, and this is where I want to play, just past it.
Well, no, I know, but most of the time. It's not about where we could go.
I want to do.
We're well from that, and you want to get there by playing it super, super hard.
Yeah.
Where we're not even to that point.
No, that's how we get there, though.
No,
We can't keep playing.
it's not it because some
baby's
games,
first video game.
like when you wanted to play on some of the super, super hard difficulties, but nobody had the gear to do it. Where stats.
Yeah, I want to do level 1. I want to go straight to 5.
You can do whatever you want by yourself, alone,
Sad.
and you can't because it doesn't even let you.
Should kind of stifle me video game. I want to go in there with my foot and nothing else, just kicking like demons. But I'm a guy who finished getting over with Bennett Foding like 3 times, so I do love punishment. The satisfaction of finishing that game is quite nice. Let's see. Is FF3 harder than FF6? FF6 has reduced encounters compared to FF3. The only thing it's really saying.
Okay. trying to think of an easy way to. I think. Michael's a masochist. Oh yeah, I knew that.
It's not about being a masochist. It's about having that moment. Because one of my favorite moments in a video game ever was probably, and I've probably mentioned this story before, 7 Days to Die, and they just introduced the like exploding zombies that have like bombs on their chest and they rush your base. And me and my two friends, we were not prepared for this. And it was a long night of them bursting through one defensive wall after another. And we were all like trying to fend them back, crying. The night ended with my two friends getting eaten by zombies and me on the top of the roof, like freaking out, clutching a turret that only had a few rounds of ammo left in it. But I survived. Nobody else did.
And things like
but
that.
I did.
Things like that can
was
happen.
An amazing.
It happened because
baby's first difficulty.
Yeah, but that happened because it was a natural thing through play. You're trying to artificially create it then by pushing yourself to constantly be in difficult situations. Yeah, you're going to have those, but you're going to.
But I'm never going to have them if I don't like push it to the edge.
I know, but that happened because your friends and other things had problems. You were left alone on some other issue. When it happens fluid is one thing, but literally if you were trying to manufacture a situation to do it, no, wait, by purposely putting all those pieces in place, then all you're saying, you're increasing the chances of it at the cost of abandoning other people from wanting to play.
They want to join me in our amazing, epic last stand.
Wait, at your last stand.
Our last stand.
No, you said you were the last one, right?
In that situation, but
yes, but that's what you want. You want to be the hero at the end.
No, it's not about being the hero. I was crying in a fetal position that hoping a turret would protect me.
Did you poop a little?
I pooped a little. It was amazing.
Oh, that's.
You can't do that unless you push the difficulty level as far as you think you can go before you're.
No, you can have it in other bits too.
I don't want to guarantee death. I want the outcome to be slightly more likely.
Slightly more likely, but a lot of the times, the ones we were trying to do like that, it was literally loss after loss after loss. Sometimes within minutes of the start of the game, and you're like, then you're not having victory. You're just
victory. I want fun.
You're a masochist. You've shown me nothing, not just in that, but that you just like pain and misery. You're like, you know what? My headcanon is that Granny died in a fire. Let me show you my fanfic about it. And it's like, it's things like that.
Sad.
You like depressing and sad. It's sad and pain and misery.
Depressing. I like the explanation.
You want to think that other people have a worse life so that you can feel better about your own.
Wow,
it's the American way, man.
It's true. Oh my goodness. I'm sure some people in chat like a video game to challenge them.
I like a video game challenge, but like I said, I want to have that perfect balance where I feel like I'm constantly being challenged without being pushed to the point of frustration.
If you're being challenged, you're only going to succeed 25% of the time. If you succeed more than that, then you're not challenging yourself.
No, like I said, it's where a game is about having fun, and that is the balance. For you, sure, you can go play by yourself.
That's not fun.
Unfriend on Steam.
Oh. Took 11 hours to get up that mountain the first try.
And sometimes like the games aren't just about difficulty or the challenge. Like what's the challenge that you have in Satisfactory?
To build a more efficient factory.
Yeah, but that's not difficult. It's time. It's the micro little dopamine hits you get from making things ever so slightly better. That's not the same thing.
Yeah.
Why don't you make it even more challenging by like saying I will play without this material, or like why aren't you doing something like that? That would be even harder.
Which material?
No, just pick a material. Pick a material
to get to the end.
Well, no, but then do it without.
You can't.
There's
a difference between challenging and making the game impossible.
No, like without oil.
You could not get to the end of the game without oil.
You find a way.
There's no way. Mm-hmm. There's not.
Yeah. There's other unlocks that you could potentially get that would give you other materials to make it potentially without.
No.
Maybe something else without coal.
No. You could probably maybe. No, you need the coal for steel. You need steel.
No, without no coal for energy. See? Then you're just saying it's frustrating.
That would just be frustrating. That's not a challenge.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Is you want to be frustrating.
It's a different kind of game. It's not frustrating to like having put up your best. It's about putting up your best every time. That's what it's really about.
Well, you're saying that when we play games, you don't try your best?
Sometimes if we're like, depending on the difficulty level, I'm half asleep.
Well, then you don't have to play with us.
Oh, I like playing with you. I said that wrong.
You did.
But no, it's fun playing with friends. But I want us all laughing manically as we get eaten by our enemies.
No, but that's just you.
Like that. Not this time. Let's go again. Again. Like the Teletubbies screaming at the sun. That's what my friend group needs to be. But it's just the Teletubbies and me.
Like right now, a lot of times when we play Deep Rock, it's because specific missions are going on for unlock stuff, and we're just trying to get through it so that we can go on to do other things we want to do, maybe play more of it, whatever. We're trying to get those boxes checked. And so, like, we did it on Has 5. Sure, there's a big challenge, but that's not what we're playing at that moment.
That's what I want.
We did it on Has 4 for the other thing.
I was very happy that we did it on Has 4. There were some missions that actually proved a little challenging.
If we're playing on it with 4 person, yes, I don't mind putting it on Has 4 generally. Has 5 is another story.
So fun.
We do need to do the armor mission though, because that's the 2 more days of the event before it's over.
Probably have time tonight.
Yeah, I think tonight's some people are on, might be the only option we have.
Has 5. Let's go.
No, we only have 2 days, Michael.
You have already assumed our failure. I went with that attitude. So I've seen some forums where people are asking for a Has 6.
There are going to be certain people that work well as a team.
You saying we don't work as a team?
we like to go and do our own thing, which is fine, but for coordinated high difficulty, like the best we've done on Darktide and Deep Rock and stuff is usually because there's pretty constant communication of what's going on, what people are doing, and people not straying too far. Darktide, the best we've done on there tended to be that everybody kind of stuck together and everybody's calling things out and everybody was supporting, and then it's easy to do higher difficulty, but we just don't do that.
I do remember when I was like in teens or early 20s playing Left 4 Dead 2, and I was in a group constantly where we would play on the absolute hardest difficulty, and it was 100% coordination from beginning to end.
Yeah, then that can be fun. But most of the time, when people are going on, they're not looking to have a night where suddenly they have to concentrate and focus. They just want to sit down and faff around. And that's when
I want chaos, but I want it to be epic chaos. I want the scene.
You want manufactured heroism.
I don't want that manufactured heroism because I'm fine dying. I want the scene at Lord of the Rings 2 at the what was the fort called? Help me out. What was the fort called in Lord of the Rings 2?
Nox.
No.
Benning?
No. This is not a real fort. Well, that scene.
What are you talking about? Those were both real forts.
No, I said this one wasn't a real fort. It was a fake fort in a movie. But anyway, that scene where the orcs are like rushing and like they win, but by the hair of their teeth. I'm fine being like the dead archer on the stairs, so long as the team is like kicking butt at the very end. I don't want to be the hero. I just want that epic victory that you get by the hair of your teeth.
Yeah, but you want the victory, but if Michael's got a new strategy for the U.S. military. Go as hard as you can. Many people may die, but that one time we win, it'll be amazing.
You want that? I want that hairline victory.
You're failing at that.
Oh. Low blows. Welcome back, Newfound Brony. Oh, would you like any of my homemade beer? Because I was going to get some. Or do you want me to bring you just another?
Is it just the dark beer still?
That's the only beer I've ever made.
Oh, I thought you were playing with some other one.
Right now I'm playing with a different kind of mead, which is actually, it took a week just to get a decent fermentation started on the last batch. This batch, holy crap, I've already filled my CO2 canister. You got it done like overnight. It's crazy.
No, I think I'll be good. I don't feel like a dark beer tonight.
Do you want me to bring you something else?
If you just bring the Blue Moon. There's no more downstairs though. So I'm doing this bit because if she's hitting the ball, I feel like it should be reacting and like speeding up and slowing down and whatnot. But it takes a little extra time to do that. Okay, let's see what that looks like. That actually works pretty good. I feel like it's a little bit like overly stationary. But I've used both of the bits here, so where'd it go? Why is it there? Okay. 0. Okay. Unlock. Gonna default the rotation so it stays in place. Okay, now this needs to be locked to this. So now I can move this around. Okay. So I'm gonna just, I think, give this just some minor wobble. Thank you.
It's like when you play Overwatch, sometimes the best victories are the ones we just barely win and we don't know how we did it.
But when you're playing a competitive game, really on average, for an average player, you're looking at a 50% chance of loss anyway. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, and a lot of those, there's games know that that's what players want is those type of victories. And so it's, I think they said, was it Red Dead Redemption? The enemy's first shot always misses you. Mm-hmm. So when you hear a shot, you can go like, oh god, but you'll never be hit by the first one. A lot of them buff the health bar to where the more health you have, the more you lose. But then as you get lower and lower health, it makes it you'll lose less and less health, or enemies' attacks are more likely to miss and stuff, so that you feel like you're getting into like a clinch moment. and like to be like, I can't believe I pulled that off, but the game kind of manufactured it. And a lot of games do that, and it's a big controversy of, is that a right thing to do? Because it gives more enjoyment to the player, but at the cost of not giving them a true experience as to what their skills are.
Did you ever play the Bungie game for the PS2 called Oni? It was kind of Bungie's big game.
I think I did, but it was
before Halo.
It was a long time ago.
That was an unforgiving game. I loved it. You had to like perform acrobatic. Like Oni was amazing. You had to perform like acrobatic perfection to win some of those fights. You were a battle ballerina in that game, and you had to be good or you would be dead.
Thank you very much, Nolan, for 38 months too. Oni was my top 3 favorite games.
After my own heart.
Yeah, I can't remember if I played it, but I know Oni for sure.
Oni was about repetition. Oni was about doing something over and over and over again until you get through a fight because you finally did it right.
Yeah, that's why roguelike games are a thing.
Yeah.
I tend to like roguelites more, but because it gives you something that increases a little bit every time. But like I've been playing Cobalt Core here and there, and you unlock, or there is no unlocks in there. It's literally just a story. So I've gotten a lot better at it, but there's nothing I'm doing any different.
Oni was pretty much, okay, I know these two guys are coming down this corridor. I need to punch this guy, kick this guy, steal that guy's gun, spray down this guy with the gun, then bounce back to this guy, all without this group seeing me. And I need to do it quick. And it's probably going to take at least 10 tries. And then I need to do that something similar in the next fight. That's what Oni was. And if you messed up, dead. Great.
Well, that's what a roguelike is.
Yeah, but a roguelite is random everything all over the place.
It's not everything's random, but I mean, the randomness of it is what makes it fun to a degree. But the idea of that is you get better at it solely through muscle memory.
Yeah,
just learning the game, figuring out the tricks, better figuring out combos between things, and then utilizing those to your advantage.
I think that's a pretty good. Oni was like Batman Arkham, but with guns and anime waifus. Yes, it was.
Did I post on
but it was
Discord?
harder than Batman.
I didn't. Okay, here, it's a little late, but just posted
Only
it.
by an hour. It's a good ball of twine. Cats play with twine, I think.
I put it at an angle so that I was hoping the bottom wouldn't show too much, but I just had to go through and make it so that every time she hit it, it sped up. Then I added another bit where it kind of bounces around randomly. It actually looks pretty good like that.
It does look pretty good. I like this one. This is a good one. I'm glad you fixed the ears.
I just locked them different, and it works. I could have her saying meow 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 through the whole thing, but I feel like doing that would be difficult because this mouth is not tied to the same motion, so I'd have to animate them individually.
You have to do it with actual Derpy's voice too. There's only one way to do that. You have to ask me to do it, and then I have to be up in my room going meow meow meow. I'm Derpy meow meow, which I'm 100% okay.
Oh, what did you do in the RO wasn't here? Yeah, just this. It was the notice I sent you. But figured out because I forgot to send that.
Actually, that's a pretty good suggestion on Silver's part. Just purring sounds. You wouldn't have to do any
Big Derp.
movements. Big Derp. Big Derp. Good. It's gone. Left. You could just do purring noises. That would actually be fine. Then you wouldn't have to change. You wouldn't have to do anything else.
But yeah, but I have to close her mouth, wouldn't I? No, because normally when their mouth is open, the purr sound is different. It's like an outer purr.
I don't know cats well enough to be sure. There was cats once. Purring sounds would be cute though. That's all I know for certain. Guys, I played a video game for 3 hours. More stuff happened last night besides Skivity. Didn't you enjoy the game I played?
You played a game?
Apparently not. All right, it's fine.
I can have it when she gets pulled away that it goes like.
Yeah. The purrs meows.
Okay, so I'm gonna look at her. She's like, ball.
Bottom. Get that ball.
That's how cats play with ball. Good ball. Good ball. Pat, pat, pat. Does it say you boop?
This is pat ball.
Okay, so Derpy's got. Okay, we got Kitty Derp then. Okay.
I like the flash chat a lot too.
The what?
It's like, I don't know about anything about Final Fantasy, but I like that flash chat a lot. He did.
Oh, okay, died a lot. I'm like, I don't remember.
I don't remember Flash Sentry.
No, I don't remember him. Like, I'm like, Locke doesn't die.
Well, he died on my fights a lot.
There's many games where I can't remember all the details of it, but my sister was just bringing up certain things that happened at certain points, and I was able to know exactly where it was, what the character was, because they just like, Luna fell in the water or something, and I was like, oh, it's right there, and then
I do like that they actually changed the moves for Luna. They're not the default ones.
I was wondering because I'm like, I mean, Edgar had tools and Sabin had the punches, but really, if you just turn them both into magic, but how do they do Celestia's purchasing of magic? Because you had to buy the tools, or you just get them.
What tools? I bought the tools for Locke.
No,
Tools.
Locke doesn't buy tools. Edgar has tools. He's the one that has tools. That's his actual attack. He has like the chain, the shoot, the bow shoot, the bio weapon, the noisemaker, chainsaw. Those are all tools that you have to either buy or
Locke is
find.
the guy you start with at the very beginning, right?
Yeah, he's a thief.
Yeah, he's got tools. Now.
No, Edgar has tools.
No, it's Locke. They changed some things around. Celestia, who replaced whoever was in charge of the castle, just another magic user, same as Twilight.
Okay, yeah, they definitely changed that because Edgar was the best with the tools.
Well, now Flash Sentry has tools.
Noisemaker was the best freaking tool in that game because
I already have it.
you could just go into any combat, use Noisemaker, and turn the enemies around, have them attack each other, and just keep using it, and they kept just attacking each
Luna
other.
essentially has the punches, but they're actually like Moonbeam, and instead of Suplex, she has Moonlift.
Ooh,
Yeah,
did you moonlift the train?
not yet. I haven't gotten that far.
The train is like two main things.
Gotta suplex it. Know that.
Yep, you have to suplex it and
I don't know.
insta-kill it.
Does that insta kill it?
No, it's undead, so you just give it a Phoenix Down and it insta-kills the boss.
Phoenix Downs are changing to coffees, so I guess I give it a
Coffees?
coffee. Yeah, it's coffee.
Okay, I like that though. That's
Potions are apples. High potions are apple fritters.
that's kind of the one thing I liked about like when it was Fire 1, Fire 2 and stuff was it was like which one's better? A higher number?
Yeah, that's still the same. The only difference between Celestia's magic and Twilight's magic is that Celestia starts with fire, whereas Twilight starts with lightning. So they're essentially the same character.
So you haven't got to the part where she ascends.
Well, Twilight ascends?
Yeah. So does she become an alicorn?
I think she's going to become a crystal pony. Because the whole thing is that the Espers are crystal ponies.
Okay, that makes sense, I guess.
They disappeared when the Crystal Empire disappeared. Now they're frozen in ice. It's a Sombra's evil magic. And Kafka's Discord.
So the Emperor is Sombra?
Yeah.
Well, at least he's not. He's gonna die in about the same amount of time.
No, and like the octopus guy.
What was his original name?
Oh god.
I don't know why I know much so much about this
No,
game.
because Final Fantasy VI was your jam. I know that.
Yes, and I've been wanting to go back and play it again.
Well, I'm playing it
with the Pixel remaster. I went and played Final Fantasy IV again, and that was awesome.
You should play it like I'm playing it.
No, what's his name? Sort of the U.
Ukulele? I don't know.
No, does anybody know what the octopus's original name was in Final Fantasy VI without cheating?
Ultros?
Ultros, yes.
Ultros. Yeah.
No, that was actually, I'll give you that. Yeah, that was.
I had to think. Like what sounds right in my brain? No, it's Maniac. It's just Maniac from the Power Ponies comics. They just turned Ultros into Maniac. Popped out of the water. That's where you expect Maniac to be.
Well, okay, that.
It's because of the tentacle.
Yeah, I could see it maybe making sense.
It doesn't make any sense, but
It's going to be interesting in the.
yeah,
Whatever. Who is Celis?
Which one was Celis again?
She's the one that you pick up in prison.
Haven't gotten that far yet.
She's the one that was talking with Sid, the Banana Man. The one that the magic user within the Empire that they were talking with. They had to have brought her up already.
The magic user.
Somebody that was talking with the Emperor or talking with.
Talking with Kafka
Yeah.
at the camp.
No, that was General Leo, and I know that was Shining Armor.
Yeah.
Celis she's a magic user that has runic, and she is part of the Empire and with the Empire. No, she doesn't get arrested. That's Twilight that gets arrested for temporary. No,
I don't think she's popped up yet. I know the two soldiers that were with Twilight at the very beginning, that was Snips and Snails.
That makes sense.
Instead of Biggs and Wedge.
No, they had to bring up Celis has to be brought up by now in some way because I swear that she's.
I know what the Mogs are going to be. It's just Pinky. So there was a bunch of Pinkies because the Mirror Bull.
Yeah, Celis is the.
What's the first time she pops up in 6?
I swear it's in the prison.
I don't remember her prison yet.
Not prison. She's in jail. She was imprisoned in South Figaro and scheduled to be executed shortly before the Empire marched on Narsh. Locke was infiltrating the town to sabotage the Empire's advance and found Celis being held in a secret passage under the town. Did they make a joke about you're too short to be a soldier or something?
I don't think so. Because
He would have met her when playing as Flash Sentry. Yeah, he would have.
I haven't done Flash's side of the story yet.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's actually when you're in South Figaro. Then that would make sense.
I did Luna's first. I
Yep.
didn't do Flash's yet.
I'm kind of curious as to who Celis is. And I know that Applejack was Cyan.
Yeah.
And then, the murder of the family. Poor Big Mac.
Poor Big Mac. She just dragged him out of bed. I couldn't stop making fun. Like, Applejack clearly, like, the water looks funny. And then everybody starts falling over. It's like, Saturday, you all bunch of idiots. Did you think the Kool-Aid man showed up?
Was that what she said?
No, that's what I was thinking. That I'm just doing an Applejack's voice. You bunch of idiots. Water turned freaking purple. You're just like, and you just start drinking it in mass. You know, a bunch of morons.
Well, actually, the color doesn't change until after they start falling dead. They don't.
She looks and sees the colors.
Yeah, but it's like immediately after that, everybody falls over. I don't know why she didn't fall over.
Because she didn't drink the funny looking water. That's
But
why.
it didn't even show it was funny until later, which doesn't make any sense either. Also, there's no way that one little vial would have changed the whole color of the river. It could have just been that they all dumped their latrines up the river.
That's kind of the joke I was making. Is Discord just took a piss in the river.
Okay, are the Magicite armor? Is that just Magicite armor?
It's like crystal armor now, but it's essentially the same.
Okay. I did the pony, the pony with the kitty.
Yes.
But what's the next one?
Wasn't there a good suggestion? I can't remember what it was.
We had 2, and that was I had the idea for the piano, and then Soul Kitty had the kitty one. So we need another one. I thought there was. Oh yeah, when she had a planet.
Oh yeah, and she murdered people. I didn't like that one. I like the idea of her murdering. Supposed to be cute, not deadly. Deadly cute. Got drums.
I'm trying to think of like she can roll balls. She can, and she's basically whacking something. So
She could do whack-a-mole.
that'd be really hard to show.
Yeah.
And she's kind of hitting the same spot over and over again.
I didn't say she was good at whack-a-mole.
Could have her playing a video game.
Good. Prance.
Like you could have her almost looking like she's swimming, but that would be really hard to show underwater with like something in a corner.
Just put her in a tiny little pool. And she can splash in the pool.
No, it's
Little kiddie pool.
I could maybe do that.
Either that or you have to go back to working on that other video, and who wants to do that?
Well, because I have so much time, it's like I'm work on that for a little bit, but then I might as well just go and do some other stuff.
I want to make sure my cage works.
See, because you made the cage, I'm like, well,
Yeah,
can't go
I
back to
know.
that ever again.
You know, I know how it works. I remember after I finished Carousel Boutique, you went on a break on that video for a while. I was like, okay, it's ready. Does it work? No, we're not doing that today.
Was that the time?
Played.
When was that? When did that happen, though?
That was when you were working on the Applejack video.
Yeah. Oh no.
Tractor.
Yeah, but I thought there was a reason that I stepped away for a bit.
I just assumed that was the reason.
Probably.
Okay. So I know who Pinky is. Pinky's gonna be Mom. If she was a magic user, there's kind of already two magic users now. Because they made who'd Celestia replace? Sid?
No, she replaced Edgar, King of the
Okay,
Cats,
yeah.
King of Figaro.
So if we already have two magic users and Celeste was supposed to be the other magic user, it could end up being like Rainbow Dash or something. But I don't know who Rainbow is yet. I don't know who Rainbow is yet, and I don't know who Rarity
Who was
is
the
yet.
head of the revolution?
Zecora.
Okay, that's what. Yeah, she said that. Okay.
Some of her rhymes were questionable.
If assuming she's going to be a playable character,
It's probably Rarity, I'd guess. Rarity makes the most sense.
I kind of want her to be the Yeti. Have you seen the Yeti yet? So they have a preview of him at the beginning of the game, I think.
No, I know. I remember the Yeti from when I played way back.
Yeah, but it's an optional character.
You want Rainbow Dash to be the Yeti?
No, it'd be kind of funny.
Celeste is probably going to be Rarity, if I had to guess. Shadow is Fluttershy. Mog is Pinkie Pie.
Wait, that's Shadow. That is not Seven.
Well, Shadow's the dog.
I know, but that's not Seven. This is Edgar. It's all messed up. Because Strago's magic, Realm's magic. Setzer. He's with the one with the airship.
Oh yeah, he owns the airship. That's
Yeah.
almost certainly going to be Rainbow Dash.
Yeah, Setzer's gonna be it.
Setzer's going to be Rainbow Dash.
It's supposed to be gambling and whatever too, but I could see it still. Oh yeah, she's a gambler. I can see that. Okay. Yeah, she Setzer 100%. If she's not, I don't know what else they would have put her
Well,
as.
they're going to give her the position of the one who does air stuff. So yeah, if I had to guess, the Celeste girl's going to be Rarity. That's where my money's at right now.
Yeah, Celeste is supposed to be like this, like
Gorgeous,
beautiful.
yeah.
They don't play off it much, but
She's supposed to be very attractive.
Flash Sentry getting in on rarity is a little weird, though.
I don't know. He's a waifu stealer. I kind of wish he was Shadow just so I could leave him behind. Because I'm not going to make that mistake this time. The last time I played that game, I left him behind. I was never allowed to forget that.
You're not going to leave Fluttershy behind.
I'm not going to leave Fluttershy behind. He's a good horse.
This is a good kiddie pool for Derpy.
He's a good kid.
Oh, it's way back there.
Are black and white colors? I mean, they are a. Well,
I would.
Black is a lack of.
I would say.
Yeah.
I would say probably no, because if you wanted to define color as a spectrum, a wavelength of light from the spectrum, there is no white in the spectrum of light. All the wavelengths
But
correspond to a color that we interpret it.
Multiple.
White and black are about combining them, where all the spectrum itself is individual colors. So I would probably say no.
Black,
Then what color is a cloud then?
No, like black.
I would say it's not a color, but I would say, but if you were to call it a color, it's not a wrong
I would
answer.
call black a lack of color, and white a mess of colors.
Okay, it's a lack of color. So if you were to take all the colors in a paint bucket and mix them all together,
Yeah, it would create black in which no color could actually reflect.
no,
It would create a very okay. Not the
usually
black.
makes brown for some reason.
Yeah. Okay. Fair
Because that's what our stomachs do.
Yeah.
Is it takes all the color out of our food and it leaves a poop.
How is it that when I
We eat color.
eat nothing but ramen, it still comes out brown? Crazy.
Because it's just sapping your life force.
I would say black is a lack of colors and white is colors multiple.
I would say that it depends on.
It's not a single color.
I would say that it depends on your frame of reference, kind of, but also color is a thing that our mind creates. So
No, it's a wavelength.
yeah, I know, but
we don't create it. Our minds are simply able to interpret it.
so are microwaves color? It's a wavelength, just the same as.
There's probably some species who can perceive it just because
I don't know about microwaves, but infrared and ultraviolet
Yeah.
for sure. There's
because we can't perceive it doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
apparently there are some species of birds and stuff that are able to see ultraviolet,
Yeah.
and they can use the sun to determine direction. Based on the polarization of the sun's light, they can determine where they are going, north or south, even without the sun. It's kind of cool.
I did like this one thing I watched once where I think it's a channel where a blue jay is the mascot. I can't remember the name of it.
Twitter?
No, but he's like talking about the most dangerous types of waves, and they were talking about microwaves and gamma rays and everything else, the different types of waves. He said the single most dangerous one was the wave in which we can perceive light, because that wave gives us the internet and everything on it. It's terrifying.
Well, fiber optic, technically. I don't see. So, okay, maybe from a distance that kind of works. It's hard to see.
Learn pool.
Well, I gotta
So have
potentially.
fun time.
I've gotta change the sizing.
Big Toby.
I reduced that cooldown of people taking advantage.
Yay.
Hello, Chocobo. It was a big derp. And she wanted to get, trying to drink the pool. Don't drink the pool water, kids.
No. I mean, the water in that pool, that just came out of a hose. You can drink it, it's fine. As long as it depends. How long
forgot how soon big gifts are.
More than 15 minutes.
Yeah, I think I changed it. There's like 9 per stream now, every 15 minutes or something. Animation streams are not, but it doesn't bug me as much. I was more concerned, like, say we're playing Jackbox and somebody's trying to like read the questions and then suddenly Victor pops up. It's things like that that actually make it so that it's detrimental for somebody. But I am bad about remembering to turn things on and off.
Silver, if I'm glad I changed it from Luna to Luna, because if Celestia is just Tia, then Luna is going to be Luna. It's just the way it is. I did kind of want to make Applejack instead of AJ just apples with the U. But
I feel like
apples.
I feel like it's more fun to have them as real names.
Yeah.
I never really changed. Like when I played any of those games, I rarely ever actually change any of the names of the characters because, well, most games don't let you do it anymore. If they do, it's
because
like
they have actual talking dialogue.
Or they do like Mass Effect. You can change your first name, but it's because it doesn't mean anything because they just say Shepard. Or there's other games where, like in Fallout, they'll say the Vault Dweller or something.
Yeah.
They'll come up with some other nickname for you instead.
I'll tell you though, even when you could change names, don't change the name. And I'll tell you exactly why. The very first Final Fantasy game I ever played, one of the very first JRPGs I ever played was Final Fantasy VIII. And they let me change the name of the main character. And I was like, who's Squall? Squall's a dumb name. And I still think that's a dumb name. But like, I'm going to change it to a cool name. So I changed it to Jason. So my original Final Fantasy hero was a dude named Jason.
I like that though.
Yeah. So, but then I would go to school and be like, have you played Final Fantasy VIII? And they'd be like, yeah, it's a pretty good game. Remember that part where Jason did this or Jason did that? It's like, I keep talking about. No, Jason.
In that game also I did a rename.
Yeah.
I renamed the dog.
What did you name it?
Cock.
You really were a child.
Because every time he would do one of his attacks, it would put his name with the attack. And so when Noah pops up, it says cock cannon. I had to.
Yeah.
Come here, cock. You call me a child, but you're laughing. It was something funny about it because you would like grab the dog, like, and it was like,
No,
I agree. That was like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
That is out of all the Final Fantasies, I want to go back and replay 6. I started 9, I just got distracted, but I really want to go back to play 8 because I swear I started that game like 7 times, but I've only beat it once.
Yeah.
I don't know it nearly as well, but I have the problem of because I know how to get Lionheart at the end of disc 1, I have to get Lionheart at the end of disc 1.
But it ruins the build up to it.
No, it takes forever. You have to spend 6 to 7 hours playing Triple Triad. Getting the second best weapon in the game is significantly easier, and I usually do that one. But you still need to get some cards and a couple other things, but you can still get it. It's the and in that game, scaling is weird. So second best weapon gives you access to his Ryoken or whatever, his special attack that you can do. But other than that, it's not overpowered. In that game, beating it at a lower level is easier than beating it at a higher level.
Yeah. Kind of weird.
How'd you go? 7 was my first Final Fantasy and my first JRPG. For many, that's true. My first was Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, which is, we're talking like, it was the first Final Fantasy that came to America on the original Nintendo. But yeah, 7 for many, because it was the beginning of a PlayStation era. It was big for a lot of people.
I immediately went back to 7 after I did 8.
I do recommend, if you do like JRPGs, if you haven't played the remakes, the Pixel remakes, those are good now. And it's fun to be able to go back, but
Just do Philly Fantasy.
7 is great. 8 definitely wasn't as good, but there were some good things about it.
It was good.
9 was really good.
9 was really good, but there's one thing I hate about it. If you want to do the quest to get the best weapons in the game, you have to skip so much of the game. You have to click through dialogue because of time. You have to get to the end of the game within a certain time. So basically you have to speed run the game.
But that's That's not.
And you miss so much. You can't do everything.
Well, I know, but then you just don't do those things. You can do a run where you do that, but
then you can't do everything in a single run.
I think the main reason I haven't went back to 8 is that 7, but I mean, I wouldn't call, they have the remake, but that's separate. But I think they've re-released 7 and 9. 8 they haven't.
No, it's on my PC. It's on Steam.
Did they do because there was a remaster that I believe came out, but it was considered trash.
I think it plays fine for me. It's not a remake. It's just the original game,
Which is fine, but yeah, so they removed the other one. It's improved a bit. Maybe they fixed it, but the remaster was apparently like kind of crap at the beginning, because this one's 88.
That's the prop one.
No, that's
I think that I don't have the remake.
Oh, okay. Actually, this one's 88. I already have this one, but I heard the remaster was like they redid some of it, but it made it so now things didn't look right together. That is, I feel like if I'm going to do that, I almost want to play that once we get the retro thing set up.
Just play it on
and play
PlayStation?
it, but I want to play it through a retro something, so that because
you have a PS2, PS1 game.
No,
on PS2.
I have 2 PS2s, but they need to be fixed.
I can fix them. I've fixed PS2s before.
But no, it's more of it's you. It's not about playing on the old consoles or anything. It's the textures weren't made for current displays, so they don't really match well on the old CRTs and stuff. It looked much better. So I want to get that converter thing before I think I maybe do that. But I probably am not gonna do it anyway. I have them super amazing, especially in music. Yeah, I have over there. Yeah,
I think it looks fine.
I have Black Label.
I have a Black Label too, but it's all messed up.
Yeah,
So I got that game the moment it came out, because the commercials for that game were amazing.
no, they're still mint.
You should take care of it then.
This one's a little bit more because it's first disc, but
Mine was so messed up. Mine was so messed up that I could put in the first disc, and as soon as I got into the first fights, it was messed up in just the right way where they would give me crazy experience in the first fights, and I would hit level 99 and after only a few battles.
I have over there, I think Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9. I have 2 copies of 7, but they're both green label. I have a black label Xenogears, which is actually kind of rare. They re-released it at one point, but it's the original release. The green copy was the re-release. They didn't make too many until the game got popular again. And then I think it's Vagrant Story, that's a game that I've actually heard some calls for a potential remake, or not a remake, or a remaster, because that was a really good game.
Wasn't it 2D? Or am I
No, it's 3D.
else? Okay.
And there's an unofficial remaster of Legend of Dragoon coming.
Really?
It's not official. It's somebody who's went through and redid everything.
Because that's like the one game that I don't really understand, because as far as I'm aware, it's 100% owned by Sony. But it's a kind of I guess a cult classic is the way I might put it. It was a good game that came out alongside Final Fantasy 7 and 8. But it's never had a re-release after the PlayStation, ever, on any platform. And it kind of boggles me a little bit, because it was a good game. It should be on Steam. It's not on Steam, is it? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
If it is, then I would be surprised.
Nope.
Yeah, I know there's been calls for it, but there's just never been any, and not even a little bit of movement on that one.
No, but they're getting it now. It's I
mean, that was a solid game. It can stand next to Final Fantasy 7. It's not quite as good, but it's good. And Rose, one of the main characters in that game, Leela, same voice actor for the English version.
Oh, it says there's somebody who teased it in 2019, but then nothing's came from there.
There's one saying, "Forget it. It's not happening."
I unofficial PvP port will come soon. Offer 4K resolution, 60 FPS for this 25-year-old game. And this was released a month ago.
Okay, well, that's some good news. It just looks like a graphic.
The fans of the game wanted more than Sony had for the proper remake, so a group of modders had developed an unofficial PC port, which will severed chains. But yeah.
It was it's weird that the net has never gotten a re-release.
Yeah, I don't think they have a date on it yet.
Because it had a pretty cool battle system. It's fairly
kind of. I mean, the timing of attacks wasn't exactly unique.
for its time. It was
neat. It was basically like Ronin Warriors or like Power Rangers. Well, this is like big guys in power armor with all specific colors. But I liked that concept. Michael, have you played Deep Rock Survivor? It's a banger.
I haven't. I've so tied up in so many different games and things I want to do. I spent this whole I wanted to work on my mod this weekend, but I got tied up like chopping wood. Literally, not in the metaphorical sense. There's so many things to do around the house. Like there's a grill out back I need to clean before Tuesday because it can't be out in the rain. Not Tuesday, but Thursday. I gotta find time Thursday before. As soon as I get home, I'm probably need to run out there and get it cleaned up so I can get it put away.
I need to take advantage of the nicer weather and start doing some outside stuff. I did a bit yesterday, and I want to do a bit more soon as well. Maybe even this weekend.
After that tree's all cleaned up back there, we should be good for wood for the year for all the fires we want to have.
Once it's fully cut up.
Yeah, it's yeah. See, but I knew there was plenty of wood back there. Just had to go get it. Which it is a hassle, but it's kind of relaxing at the same time. I find it relaxing. I do got a big old bruise on my leg from like the first time I went out there working on it. It's still there. Because I whacked myself good. But it only hurts when I touch it, so it's fine.
Oh, I was like, why is this kind of goofy? And I forgot it.
Is a good. If you do not put a rubber ducky in there, I'm going to be very upset with you.
Why?
I'm going to be very upset with you. That's why.
I'm giving you pool dirt.
She needs a rubber ducky.
And now you're saying, no, I need more.
She needs a rubber ducky. This is like how they get her to have bath time. Like, you want to go play? You want bath time? No. You want to go play in the pool? Yeah. Okay.
This one.
It's like we tricked her.
So I want to rotate these, but I can't because it's within the sphere, but it's a flat part of the sphere. As far as I can tell, it's just a distance of 12. I'm going to remove this and add in position within box random, and then I'm going to make this one 12 to 12, so it's about actually probably should be no, that probably was diameter, so it's probably negative 12. Negative 12. Okay. Reason for that though is because I can use local space, and then it should let me rotate it, or it should use the rotation of the control point, which it looks like it is. So how long does this go for? Five. So I need it to go till here, which is basically 7.
I think for Final Fantasy VII, the reason it hit home with a lot of American players, or just players in general, is for Final Fantasy VII at least, games were never sad. These games on consoles for console players, there weren't like sad moments in video games or Final Fantasy. Like there was never a sad moment in Mario. There's never a sad moment in
Final Fantasy Tactics, which was released. No, that was Nintendo, or that was PlayStation. Tactics had some sad things. 6 had sad parts.
Yeah, but nobody played 6.
It was released as 3.
Yeah, but nobody played that in the US.
I did.
You did because you were a weird child.
No, because it was just because you didn't.
No, like 7 exploded. 6 really did. People went back to 6 after
Throwing the penguin over the cliff.
Huh?
Mario 64.
Nobody cared when they kicked Yoshi into the cavern. They're not going to give a crap about the penguin. We all murdered Yoshi. Admit it.
It definitely allowed for larger storytelling, but there was definitely games that were released in America that had stories that were sad.
Like what?
Again, you're asking me to sit on a spot when you already have your answer.
No, because I can't think of one.
Yeah, well, I gave you one, and then you told me it's crap.
Because nobody. That's Final
Nobody.
Fantasy. And I said before.
You're doing the American black and white thing. People played it.
No, I said before Final Fantasy, and then you said, "What about Final Fantasy?"
By 2003, it sold 3.5 million in the across the world.
Probably have to go down to reception.
Yeah. That's not.
I mean, the fact that it got released as 6.
It sold 2.55 million copies in Japan. The anthology got 364. The advance sold 223,000.
But that's
the game
later.
had shipped. Okay, so there's 1 million copies outside of Japan that were bought. And how many do you think were like in
total?
Yeah, how many do you think were in Chile?
Let me put it this way:
Like
the fact that they didn't release it as 3 in America because Japan did not think it would sell well in America.
No, because they sold it as 3 because they didn't sell one. Or that was the 3rd release in America, and they didn't want to confuse buyers, so they just named it 3.
Yeah.
The Final Fantasy 2 was Final Fantasy 4 in Japan.
Yeah.
So they did the numbering was only so they didn't confuse American audiences. That was it.
Yeah.
Not because why would the sale matter?
Because
why would they name the number it different?
They decided not to release certain versions of Final Fantasy in the US because Final Fantasy didn't sell well in the US.
But they did for 6.
They did for 6 because they realized it was a little better than some of the
and so but it had sad parts.
Yeah. But nobody bought it in the US.
Yeah, they did.
Victory!
Lango's view of the world is the only one that matters.
No, I'm just saying there's like reasons they did it was 3. It's because Final Fantasy just didn't sell well in the US until 7.
I know, but you're saying in when 7 came in, that was where sad games were taking off.
That's where America started like finding out games.
I don't think
sad.
that's headcanon.
Not headcanon.
Okay, where's your proof?
That's why Final Fantasy was such a big deal in the US. It sold way more
Based on what?
copies. Sales.
But that and the reason is because of hearsay.
Because it was an amazing. It was.
You're not sourcing anything.
Did you play 7 before 6?
It doesn't matter. You're not sourcing anything. You're literally throwing it off the top of your head.
That was the introduction to a whole generation to JRPGs.
And what's the source for that information?
You can look it up. The documentaries.
It's a ghost fact.
Ghost fact. Ghosts are.
There we go.
Ghost fact.
See, now he's just like
I'm all flustered. You got me flustered.
I'm good at getting people flustered.
Gotta drink booze now.
Sure, you know.
Ghosts can sometimes they long to wear shoes. They can't wear shoes anymore. They miss their feet.
What do they wear
because
otherwise?
They don't have feet. They don't have feet.
They don't have feet.
Yeah. Goes for
Then why do they wear shoes?
that's what they can't.
But how would they wear them even if they could?
Shoes. Because shoes are stylish. Shoes look nice. They're a status symbol. They let you know, like, you can tell a lot about a person from their shoes. Forrest Gump said so. But now ghosts have no real identity because they don't have shoes. And they long for shoes. So they're not actually saying, ooh. They're saying, shoes. Shoes. And now you know.
So if you want to get rid of a ghost, just throw a shoe into a corner and they'll chase it down like a little dog.
They'll just upset them because they can't wear them. You're just taunting them at that point.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
If you want to make a ghost happy, just get rid of all your shoes, and then you guys are on the same playing field. You won't get jealous. You also won't hang around either. So win-win. You just won't have any shoes.
This one might take a bit more time to do because more than likely I'm gonna have to custom do each one because there's a lot of impacts on the water.
Splashy.
Oh,
She needs her double ducky.
I don't know if I can.
Ducky. Do a ducky.
No, splashing.
You've done splashing before. You did splashy horse.
Yes, not with transparency.
Splashy, thick and bad.
Because actually might have a problem here. Okay, good. I was waiting for the water to show like some kind of reflectivity with the green.
Yeah.
But it's not. I think if I do this one, yeah, this one would. But this one's fine. All right, see you later.
Stop. Marco actually knows a lot of shit. I know shit too.
I know, but you also like to blurt out the facts.
I am well aware that the sales numbers in the U.S. for Final Fantasy VII were much greater than those for 6.
You like to blurt out facts without any backing about where the information came from, and a lot of it comes from just your personal insight.
Something I heard, not personal insight.
It doesn't matter because where you.
I can't always like wiki source my brain, but I heard it somewhere.
I know, but your brain's not good at remembering details in detail.
Depends when I heard it. If I heard it when I was 5, I remember it.
Yeah, I mean, if I need to know
yesterday, I don't remember shit.
If I need to know anything about ponies or penguins, I know that you have some creepy detail about penguins.
Emperor penguins.
No, like
the males.
There was are
the ones who like keep them hidden under their feet. Because the females have to go get more food after like taking care of it while the males were gone, so they take shifts. So do you know how penguins waddle? They only do that because they're probably holding a child between their legs.
So this is where it'd be a problem. So normal green screen, you could kind of make it work because it does a variance in the green. Because Derpy's yellow color, it has difficulty with it. We can actually probably do a test.
Buzz. Who's trying to tell me things about penguins?
Let's just do a test here and see. It might be that maybe I can make it work, but more than likely, I'm not going to be able to. If I can get it to work pretty decent on this, sure. I would like to have splashes. I don't want to add it in post because there's no way I can make that look right.
It was just John saying whether or not he would join us for the trip. And guess what?
No.
You're missing one of the colors there. Missing one of the colors in your bars.
It's just it's a default image that pops up. Okay, so there's Derpy. This is what I would be using.
Okay.
That's probably just a transparency test.
All I can think is Betamax.
I moved the raw files, and so it's saying it's broken. So this is what it would look like.
Splishing and splashing.
So this is how much of that splash is actually going into other areas. Because this key light is set to basically about as specific as you can get. Oh no, they're gone. But for a reason. Because like there, I got rid of it all, but it gets rid of like everything green.
Oh no, even her hair and her eyes. It's bizarro derpy.
It's element of insanity.
Green.
If I go to gray, okay, yeah. So this is where I can start getting it back. But like if I go up to the full white here, it can start having negative effects. Like we don't want to have her doing poop water.
I don't know, derpy didn't.
Because otherwise I start having slight transparency issues. It's one of the reasons that I have everything set up the way I do, so that it guarantees everything's gone. It's probably also that I'm just really bad at green screen and don't know what I'm doing. But I was having a lot of difficulty. Like, what if I do screen balance of 99 and then we did this closer to like white? See, don't Derpy's all pink.
Yeah.
Nobody wants pink Derpy.
It's like strawberry derps. That
It
sounds like
could
delicious
be
candy.
that, what if I just went?
Oh no. Ghost derpy. Shoes. He longs for shoes. Or shoes.
Because even there, like her eyes start going red, and I don't want that either.
He's getting angry.
These screens are always, I mean, a professional screen person doing like much more expensive, fancy software would probably do a better
Something
job
not
than
from
me.
2007.
What are you talking about? This is 2024. This is the newest version of
Talking
After
about
Effects.
the source.
Oh no, this is just green screen. No, and this is if somebody was doing a recording green screen, this is the green screen they get. Actually, if anything, this is better green screen by far.
Probably got like super advanced stuff in
Yeah.
studios now that actually just like, what is this? This is the transparency screen. What color is it? Transparent. But sir, it's impossible. Nothing is impossible at Disney. You touch the screen and it just draws you in. It's a void. Nothing. It's like, oh, another intern fell into the phantom zone.
They just take money and throw it at the screen, and just somehow it just works.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I don't. It's these effects that I'm unsure how they could do.
I don't know why the thought of an intern accidentally falling into the phantom zone. That's the third one this week. It just cracks me up. Oh no.
So there's the difficulty of I'm grabbing the color. But because it's the thing, it was essentially changing to something else, and then I was grabbing that, and then I was changing to something else, and I was grabbing that.
I'm looking at this and I almost feel like you'd be better off with a blue screen as opposed to a green screen.
Doesn't matter. If you do blue, then it has problems with the gray. So I could try it. So I think green screen. No, not that one. Which one's the blue one?
Yellow. That one definitely would not work.
Oops, that's not what I want to do. I remember which game this is in. Oh, it's okay. It is in this one. Where's my blue screen?
Jeez.
Oh, my blue screen is Pinkie Pie right now.
Why's your blue screen Pinkie Pie?
When we were doing the 2D version of Pinkie Pie coming down the hall, I use this panel a lot for that. That's why like alpha test is on here. The transparency might not be undoable though. There we go. So we can try it with the blue and see what happens.
I might have better luck with blue. And if the water's a little blue, that would throw it off.
For this specific one, maybe. I think one of the ones I was having difficulty with was Rainbow Dash, because it doesn't really matter what color it is, but the bright green tends to be not intermain, but the bright blue is.
Yeah.
Or something. So there was a reason for it.
Green screen, I think, has better overall use.
Actually, most movies and stuff don't do green screen anymore anyway.
Which one do they use?
They use blue screen.
Blue screen?
They used to do green screen because it would be easier for at the time, but because of the human complexion, blue is much easier to pull out than green. Because there is green, in a way, a hint of green somewhere in your face, where blue, there's really none. If you're blue, then you're probably like token or something.
It's for the fun films.
It's just much easier to maintain the natural color of a human face. Let's save one. Replace the derpy.
She's having it's a nice spring day now. The air is cleared. The toxic waste is gone. Oh yeah, that worked way better. See, I am full of good thoughts.
Why is this yellow?
Yeah, that has nothing to do with the green screen.
I don't want. You know what?
Yellow.
Derpy just had some sodas before she got in the pool. Is that what your background is always blue? Which background? Oh, this background? No,
I just think blue's pretty.
I like blue because most other colors, whether it's green or red or whatever, are just bright and more like to the eye, where blue is generally your eye has a difficulty distinguishing at different light levels the difference between blue and black. Most movies, if they want to show something as being night without having it be fully invisible, would just shine bluish light, dark blue light. I do that in a lot of the videos. So I don't like being in a dark room. I like having some light, but I don't always want to have bright lights, so I use blue lights because then it helps where I have some light, but then it still feels dark.
You could make it green in here and then put in some smoke machines, and we could be just like a cool 80s film all the time. This would be pretty awesome. And that's just that light. Can't even see that light. You're in front of it. Look at that. Pink. There you go. That's green. What the heck happened? Why is there a derpy?
Oh, the green.
No, leave it. There's suddenly derpies. That's a derpy light.
I have
turned on the derpy light.
I have the green screen filter.
No, leave it. This is better. Leave it. No, derpies. More derpies. I didn't know the light had a derpy setting. Yay! Derpy setting.
Oh, she's hiding back there.
Just leave it.
She's trying to kiss you.
Leave it. I give her boobs. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop.
I thought that this might be. I'm like, no, I didn't leave it
It's
on.
gone. See, this is sad.
There.
I like the way you have the derpy light on.
See, look, it just, I don't know. It just doesn't feel as.
Keep it.
It feels like you can see more of the color of things and stuff.
It was great a second ago, and you ruined it.
Well, see, like what's funny is that it may be harder to the camera. Yeah, but like, the air that's on there.
It's flickering.
No, it's not.
No, it definitely is.
It's just that if I'm getting towards yellow, I'm getting more towards the red, and then there's red light to reflect off of it. But as I get closer and closer to green, it's harder to see from everything else. But because of how bright and red it is,
touching anything right now?
I'm slowly going back and forth between.
So it was doing that on its own. I'd have questions.
And that's one of the reasons that if I go to, like, you can see it just kind of pop up because it's so red that there's literally nothing, no light can really do anything with it in their blue and green. But the moment you go into the red, any red on the LED pops on, it literally starts glowing. You can just see it, like right here, is shoof. It's one of the reasons. If you look at Technology Connections did a video on LED lights and stuff where he talks about true LEDs and then certain ones that kind of aren't and they don't give off light correctly and stuff. And he shows like if you have true ones that you can have certain objects that you can have them in the room, and if that's the only light you're shining, they look like a Crayola set. Yeah, it looks super weird, and then you'll change to a different LED light and everything looks completely different because you're basically seeing the hue of how much that color is in that marker. It's so weird.
I like that light has a derpy setting that we're not allowed to even see anymore. That's great. Turn on the green light, suddenly derpies.
Where's that derpy hon?
I like that it's just been there the whole time, just waiting for the room to become green.
Yeah, she's right here.
Is a tiny derps. So big. So happy.
Okay, this is the rest of the stream. It's gonna put right there. Is that what you want?
Yes, this is good.
Okay.
But you're covering up a derpy with a derpy though. Move her to the side. Cover up the other derpy. The derpies need to get along. Here. That derpy's kissing the other derpy now. Oh. Give a little smooch.
Did you just do cookie derpy and it didn't work?
No, it didn't. I saw the cookie derpies.
No, just now I thought you did.
I'm gonna get another beer. What do you want?
Michael, you broke.
Bring nothing. I'm just sitting here.
Oh, the software. I think that wasn't me. That was my headset.
Where's your headset?
Oh my god. Hold on. Going back and forth on enabling stuff. Broke the software.
People are messaging me about the thing that I messaged them about. Crazy.
Okay, so there's. Oh, wait, was there any other ones that didn't show up, or is it just one cookie? One no
Silver didn't get a derpy.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. You said that it did. You said you saw it.
Saw a derpy. I don't know.
No, but there was a lot of derpies.
Yeah, there needs to be more derpies.
Did it break at some point? Here, hon.
The stream is all derpy now, all the time. You know what I haven't seen in the game yet? The Final Fantasy. I haven't seen Derpy yet. But if Derpy is the beautiful girl, if Derpy is Celeste, I hope Derpy is Celeste.
Alright, went back on a couple.
Derpy is the hot one in My Little Ponies. Not rarity. I mean, come on, guys. Okay,
I'm okay with the splash then, but I do have smooching.
Do you want another beer? The fact that you're hesitating tells me probably not.
I do. What else do we have?
Blue Moons, and then whatever you have in the fridge downstairs. And then that one can of that one beer you don't like, it's got clothes. There might be a mystery beer in the side somewhere up the stairs.
Yeah, I'll take another Blue Moon, I guess. But just if there's something else that's not like a dark stout or something, yeah.
There's mead, but it's all warm right now.
Yeah, I don't want mead right now. Not after beers. Yeah, I don't know what point it broke, so I went back about halfway. You know, just in case, I'll do 2 extra cookie derbies. I'll do 2 cookie derbies and then a special. Did a big dirt break? Oh, it did. Well, I just did one, so there we go. Got it anyway. Okay, I need to modify this. And yes, some of us have been kind of poking around on Minecraft again. I did the big dirt. I think I saw one cookie derpy and then I did all the other ones again and then the big derp. So yes, that is I did everything again. Okay, yes, I need to damn it. This is really big. And shall do the Fallout Equestrian animation. I can't remember. Hello, NB. Depends on which one, but if it's leaving the stable with like Little Pip using the audio from the radio play back in like 2014, yeah, that was me. I did that one, but there's been a lot of other ones that have come out. I'm gonna go to like half the size. I'm not so worried about size though. I'm more worried about like the things shooting up. 15 and 22. Okay, that looks fine. It's 8 and 14. So this is one of them that I got to be a little more careful of. There's no base. Oh, it's radius random. Okay, I missed it. 4 and 6. Me and hubby quote the rocket surgery video so much random times. Well, I didn't do the audio. The audio from that was from Borderlands. But that was a fun character. I just wish that there was more audio. The reason I kind of decided I couldn't do that anymore is because at this point, if I were to do any more, I'd be either recycling audio clips or pulling from very niche ones that were specific to the game too much. So I was like, nah, I'll just use as many as I can in one larger video and then call it good. Okay, so this is up. So if I decrease this by half, so this is 150, 155, I don't know, 145. Yeah, that should work. Yeah, that was a fun video. That video took like 2 years of on and off work. I worked on it actually almost completely on stream. Okay, so I think these are all going to be about the same on how they're going up. This one I don't want to decrease fully. I'm going to take out part of it. Okay. That's, I think, the splash I'm looking for the most. Why does it go in and then back out again? physics works. Why is it 6:15? Okay, so nah. What's the pale ale? Oh, if it's the pub ale, no. Oh no, I don't want an IPA. It's an IPA. It's an IPA. Okay, so now, oh wait, this one doesn't have the shoot up thing too. So what? I decreased it by half and it still feels pretty crazy. It's that like, okay, that's not the ones I'm looking for. So what is?
Hey,
Okay, it is that one.
boring but trustworthy.
It's fine. Sometimes these are nice because you can just one after another and they all kind of go together.
I picked those up because I knew you liked them. I like them too.
I picked them up before because I'm still trying to go cheap on booze. And if you want cheap booze,
That's not bad.
it's for the price. I mean, they're like $1 a can.
For mass-produced booze, Blue Moon is decent.
It's good.
Yeah. It's not. If you hand me a Budweiser or a Miller Lite, I will be like, no, thank you. And then I will immediately leave.
No, they can be fine,
No, they can.
but yeah.
I don't hate myself that much. I hate myself a lot. Just not that much.
It's going up, but
You can
it's
keep your piss water. There's one like lifelong employee of Budweiser right now watching our stream crying from a single eye. You don't know how hard it is. We work hard on our beer. I'm like, work harder.
no. I think the benefit they have is price. Like if you want cheap beer,
Yeah.
you can get some. You can get some
make
stuff
cheaper
really
beer.
cheap.
It's better.
They're a beer that
I'm drinking cheap beer now. It's good.
if I have already drank 4 of these, I'm probably not going to care. At that point,
I do need
Yeah.
to make more beer. I have another thing of like a berry mead going on right now, but I do like beer to change up beer sometimes. I have a lot of mead. I started making mead because it was just like, there's not a lot of places you can get mead. I like mead. I want to drink mead more. Now I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, wow, I sure do drink a lot of mead. I want to drink something else. Might be definitely at our problem because there's really not a lot of places you can find mead. Mead's so easy to make.
okay, so I can see at least now what's causing it. So the mist definitely going too high. So this we're going to decrease to 130.
You're in your hubby
Okay.
quote the rocket surgery videos so much at random times. Well, that's pretty great. Isn't that great?
Oh, this particle effect. If I do it at 60 FPS, the particle effect is only going to be at 30. It's going to be kind of, actually, is it even less than that? Hold on.
Y'all remember the Fallout Equestria animation? I can't remember. I remember it.
Yeah, it's 30. Some of it's 30. Which one are you? Which one are you talking about?
They're talking about yours.
I know, Michael. I've already read those.
Oh. I'm just reading. I was getting you beer.
Yeah, you're forgiven. See, so that's Flash. Not the mist. Which is the one that's okay? Not the dots. I mean, those ones I can probably decrease a little bit too. Mhm.
It's fine. Doesn't need it yet. Just definitely needs it. She doesn't need it yet.
This is the one.
He's so cute in her little pool. I do like the idea of like the kid who doesn't want to take a bath, but it's super easy for mom just to fill up like the pool in the bag to get him to wash. Like, you want to go play in the pool? Yay!
Okay, so she hits the water right here. So this is where it's going to be a little interesting. So I need to get the times on this. So this is right now starting at 0.75. I need to probably change it to 0.70.
Like, a kiddie pool has to be like taking a cold bath. Why would anybody want to do that?
Okay, so now we need to move this over here.
Do you want to take a cold bath in the backyard? Do I?
Yeah, but you get to splash around and make a mess where if you're inside, you're not allowed to.
I'm not supposed to. It's still gonna happen. It's kids. All the new emotes. Hello, Alex.
Yes, there is still a couple, I think, animated slots. I think I filled up most of the regular ones. I just kind of took all the stuff from Discord when I realized that they, like, I know before they added a couple slots, but then I went in there and it was like, oh, you have 15 or 18 new slots. I'm like, what? I thought that was partner.
Hey, zoom in on the symbols on the pool there.
It's a ducky.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you said you wanted a
I
ducky.
didn't notice.
Yeah, so I added a ducky.
Oh, that's not ducky.
It's duck. Yeah,
It's
there's
duckies.
so Michael, okay.
No, see, you gotta add a ducky.
Wait, did I move the camera? Okay. Oh no, I didn't. Yeah, no. See, there's ducky there.
No,
There's ducky there.
No, that's pictures.
And there's ducky there.
Should
And there's
actual
ducky there.
duckies. I need an actual
And there's ducky there. And a ducky there. And a ducky there. And a ducky there. Ducky there. And there. And there. And there. And there.
Sister
And
really
there.
likes
And there.
duckies.
And there. And there. And there.
Clearly
And
is a
there.
ducky fan.
And there. And there. And there.
Oh.
And there. And there.
Busy.
And like, look at there's infinite ducks.
Look under the pool. Look under no, dude.
This. You're the one on the list.
What? Wait. No rumors, please.
Okay. So splash. I'm gonna say that the odd ones are on this side, the even ones are in this side. So splash, then probably right here. So I'm gonna say this is 1.05. Okay. Okay, so I want to get it right above the water because it does take a second. So I'll say this is 1.3. Look at it.
Big Derby. Big Derby. So many Big Derbies. You just go. She wants out. Escape the internet.
Is that what she's trying to do?
Yeah, it's like Doctor Who in that when he's punching through that wall.
You know, even with that small amount of information, I know exactly what you're talking about.
You're a nerd. Like me.
No, because it was an amazing episode.
It was a good episode.
It didn't make sense on a lot of levels, but I still liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it was Capaldi, and I love Capaldi, but I felt like they didn't give him as an actor what he needed to do a good doctor.
He did do a good doctor in the last few seasons.
Yes, because they took him away from trying to be cool grandpa and tried to make him the teacher.
Yeah, he
And
played the teacher.
Yeah, because the first one's boyfriend, or Tennant was boyfriend, Smith was the best friend, and then they were trying to make like cool grandpa, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Stop it. And but then they turned him into like a teacher or professor, and that was good.
Yes,
He did good with that.
He was the teacher.
Yeah, so that was just
What he was supposed to be.
it was them trying to not do him justice.
Yeah.
But I love Capaldi, and I'm saying
Once he
that
found his groove. Yes.
I'm saying that from even before Doctor Who. So
What was he in before Doctor Who?
Torchwood,
I didn't see Torchwood.
Children of Earth, the one episode, or it's 5 hours. It's kind of like
Oh, it's a 5-hour long episode.
the first 2 seasons were kind of like a standard TV series, like episodic, whatever. Then the 3rd season had only 5 episodes, but they were like an hour long.
Okay.
And instead of having each episode be like a sitcom, it was like one really big story. And it was amazing. It was the best content they made. Then after that, they did another one, and it wasn't as good, but it was it was probably the second best stuff they did. All the first 2 seasons kind of were like a more adult X-Files.
Is the current Doctor still David Tennant right now?
Maybe, probably.
I haven't been keeping
My
up.
brain kind of shut down and being like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like, "Oh yeah, they did do that."
Yeah. Because you started talking about Torchwood, and I was like, well, during Torchwood, David Tennant was the Doctor, and I'm like, didn't he do the Doctor again? So that's where my head was going.
If they bring back, was it? I want to say Jack Sparrow, but it's not. Jack Harkness. I would love that, and that actor has even
they kind
stated
of already
that.
played out his entire story for
Yeah,
the most part. I mean,
no.
you could certainly drop things in the middle.
No, they showed his end and they showed his beginning.
Yeah.
They could do whatever they wanted in the middle.
So you admit that this is end.
I think most people would.
Yeah, I think that everybody agrees he's the face of Bo. Kind of says it.
That was a good way to end it, so showing his end. But I thought that Torchwood was awesome and very good. It just ended early.
I do kind of realize that the Doctor only starts to really realize for certain who the face of Bo is right before he loses him, and when he dies, there's a moment where it's like, "Did you know him?" I'm like, "He was a really good friend." And I always like the way where they describe that he's also traveling through time. He's just taking the long way around.
Yeah. No, my favorite bit from that was when, it's not really spoilery stuff, but
Old series now.
because he's originally from the future, and they had devices that could travel through time or whatever, and
Yeah.
one of his companions that he was a lover of his comes back, and so he can't die, but that guy it goes back in time like thousands of years to before the city was built and buried him alive right there. And then they go back to the base and something started malfunctioning, and so they opened up this container and he was in there, and he just says, "I forgive you." And then they're like, "What just happened? We thought he buried you thousands of years ago." He did. It just took a while for me to get here. And so it was that he was basically coming back to life and dying for thousands of years under the ground until they were found.
Yeah.
And he had something on him that said he was with Torchwood. So Torchwood found him. He's like, I can't be here. You have to hide me. And so they do. And they put a timer on it so that he would pop back up at that point.
Otherwise, it created a paradox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they had this like thing in the wall for dozens of years that nobody knew about, and even he was working around. It was himself, which I thought was kind of cool.
It is kind of cool, but how do you survive?
We did
that
drum surfing, yes.
mentally? It's
Yeah.
not even about physically, the mental.
Yeah, because his whole thing was every time he would die, history would be rewritten to have him alive again. So he would die of asphyxiation, and then he would come back to life only to asphyxiate again.
And that hurt.
Yeah, and that was the whole bit. That was why it was so big that he comes back, and the first thing he says is, "I forgive you for doing that." So
Like, how it's not even like, how do you maintain
that was Torchwood. Torchwood is it's think of the X-Files for Doctor Who. It's a group, and they bring it up in Doctor Who kind of, that is basically a division of the government that is specifically for the purposes of handling extraterrestrial or weird occurrences within the world outside of the Doctor being involved. But the cool thing with that is the Doctor basically comes in as a god to do things, and so you always see things from the god perspective. Torchwood is where things are from a human perspective, so everything is more of a threat. But then when the Doctor comes back, you get to see him not from his perspective anymore, but you see it from their perspective, and you're like, holy crap, that guy is a god.
Yeah,
like, and it's kind of cool to see that,
because he makes it seem so easy, like, ooh, I did a little
but
trick.
they're
and
just
like, and they like, we've been battling that thing, and it's terrifying, and he's essentially Luke Skywalker coming in at the end of the first season of The Mandalorian.
And they were kind of tied because the Doctor gets his hand removed at one point, and in Torchwood they had the hand, and in the episodes you can see it, they have it in the hand there, and at one of the end of season 1 or whatever, the hand starts reacting, and he goes, I need to go, and he grabs the hand and runs. And then at the beginning of the season for Torchwood, or for Doctor Who, it's him running with the hand. So it's literally one right after another. They connected the series. I loved that they did that. It's just Torchwood didn't, I don't know if it didn't catch on or something. It didn't go as well.
Watched it,
but no, it's very
I've seen
good.
The first episode.
It's only there's only I
like
think
3
4 seasons,
Okay.
but
Is it on
2 of the
the Flex?
seasons are shorter. No, I only have season 3 because I found it on Blu-ray, and Children of Earth is amazing. It shows the darkness of humanity when brought with a global terror.
Should I watch it without the others?
It would probably still be good because you have enough context, but you would kind of lose some of the character attachments. Things happen at the end of season 2 that leave not many people, so there's not many characters to really remember.
Okay, maybe.
But
I'll
it's still
watch
very good.
it. I need something to do.
It's not very
When
long.
doing things. I feel like something like that I need to sit down. I like putting on movies I've already seen because I like something in the background when I'm doing something else. So I think recently I had Ready Player One, and then I was watching like Iron Giant and movies like that. Something like that I'd probably want to sit down and actually watch it. And that takes like extra time.
Yeah, Children of Earth is it's probably the best Torchwood content that they made. I very much liked it.
Like the Monday game streams is the only time it's the only time I'm playing a game for myself that isn't just me first thing in the morning, trying to wake up on a weekend before I do anything else. Like, well, during that time I'll play like Satisfactory.
Oops. I'm gonna hit freeze. Sometimes it sticks.
But after this, I got to go upstairs. I'm gonna play Deep Rock on difficulty 5. So that
Something got backwards here. No, we'll see. Depends on who's on.
yeah.
This.
Punching your stuff.
I think I'm just oh, I did that. Yeah, I did. I've been reading these fractions a little wrong.
The punny version of Doctor Who is the best version. I will agree. Lindsay? Always got me about the punny version of Doctor Who is Peter New plays him, and it doesn't sound anything like Peter New. He does a really good British accent. You would not know that in the context of meeting it at any point.
Oh, 2737. Okay. I'm just reading these. I need to. Okay, so that one's better. So this one 3.5.
There was actually supposed to be a spin-off series that focused on Rose, but it never got off the ground. Where I think it was going to be her and her doctor,
1.5.
which all ties back to the hand thing. But
So this should be 3.77.
because I always kind of wondered what happened with that, but they never go into it. I'm kind of glad.
And then this one. This should just be 4. Okay, there we go. Now we're back on track. So this one would be 4.2. Okay. This would be 4.4.
So the actual doctor's a broken version of the doctor, and the real doctor is the horse and equestrian now. I think that is the better version.
It depends. If you go for like alternate universe stuff, then you could maybe like find a reason for it. The reason I never liked alternate universe stuff is it always looks at an alternate universe as if like everything that is today is just different, but any choices made like in the past would probably deviate to where you probably aren't even you. It would have like the egg and the sperm that matched up to make you would have been different, and you would have been a different gender or a completely different hair color.
It wouldn't be the same person. Period.
Yeah, but it's like
be like a sibling.
Something that happened 100 years ago still led to somehow the genetic whatever to all the people matching up that you still exist exactly as you are when it wouldn't. One small little difference could have made you a whole different gender.
In the spectrum of a parallel universes where there's an infinite number, there's going to be an.
But why do they always match those ones?
Because in a universe which infinite numbers of universes exists, that means there's an infinite number of universes exactly like this one.
Yeah. So, but then why is it whenever they run across the universe, it always happens to be these ones that have those people? Out of all the chances, why are they going at that? Going off the chances seems so low.
Yeah.
And in like Stargate, they had a whole thing with that, but they were saying, well, the chances of us even running into another universe that even existed, that all the physics coalesced to create a working universe, is so low. But then they happen to run into one universe where they all exist. Mm-hmm. They're talking about the chances of physics even happening.
I think they touched on that a little bit in Everything Everywhere All at Once, where they're just rocks. It's like there's no life here. It's like, yeah, most of the universes are like this. It's just, most of them don't have anything.
Yeah, and that's kind of what you would think.
Yes, because life being created was a very small chance. Even if all the pieces were in the right places, life takes certain things to fall into place in a very specific way. Proteins have to line up just right
to get the life that we know.
Yeah.
I think
to get any kind of thing that we would consider life has to be something that consumes and reproduces itself.
I think that life is probably not that uncommon. The ability for life to maintain and continue without some kind of extinction event for as long as ours has, that's the rarity. Yeah. Like, because most of life on Earth was just like single-celled organisms for millions and millions of years. The fact that it got to the point that it did, but without something happening that would destroy it, like a supernova going off nearby or something, the chances are just super low. That's, I think, the hard part.
Well, it's just even if you have all the right pieces, they have to fall into place in just the right way to create something that can make copies of itself.
Well,
if it can't make a copy of itself, then it can't propagate.
Being that we've had, or there are billion trillion planets, all of which have had billions of years to attempt.
Yeah,
chances are
there's some out there. There's something out there.
there is other life out there. If the multiverse theory is true,
Multiverse is.
I can agree with the multiverse, but most people think of it that your choices split the multiverse, and no, that is a very self-centered, people-centric view of the universe, that our thought processes alone can split the universe, when all the randomness, all the randomness of atoms that are measured that determine whether or not it's one way or another, that's the randomness that actually would matter. In that sense, like, there could just the only difference between the two universes would be that atom went one way instead of the other, and at that point there would be so many multiple universes that it would be stupidly high. But there's also not going to be a universe where the sky is instead balloons. There's those theories of like, well, what if instead of plaster and walls we all were using snot? I mean, there's a universe out there because it's infinite. No,
there might be a universe in which you use a secretion from an animal as like plaster for a wall.
Yeah, stuff like that. But more than likely, like, the whole completely random thing of it is not really true, because you still have to have a chain of events that led to that use.
Have to have the right.
There's nothing that would lead to that.
You might have a snot animal. Just make snot all day, milk it.
Snozzberries.
The snot comes out of cows and hardens into bricks. Yeah, but I would like to see those multiple universes, just to know that, like, one time I ate a taco instead of like a muffin.
We'll see.
Led to like some war 3,000 years later.
The whole thing. I'm
eating that taco.
I'm big too on that. There is everything that could happen. What is it? The like Hitchhiker's Guide says that if you had 100% of the information about a slice of pie, you could extrapolate the universe, because everything that came from and was interacted from something before it, and is going to interact with and cause something afterwards in a specific way, and that everything before and afterwards is therefore already kind of defined. We still have choice, but it's all based on things that we already know, and the chemistry in our brain and all that, and therefore what choice we're going to make, whether or not we have pie or cake for dinner, you've already decided, because of all the choices you made beforehand. It's already decided. You're still making a decision, but in the grand scheme of things, the universe already knows what that choice is. Yes. And there's the whole quantum thing. It says, well, because of quantum, then there's random in the universe. Well, then you're not making a choice. Then it's random. Then it's literally that it's coming out of nowhere, and therefore there is still no free will. You're not making a choice.
It's chaos. Universe is chaos, but we're all in the middle of a giant explosion, and it's doing weird stuff. Wow,
a philosopher of his time.
It is fun to think about when you're eating a deep fried Twinkie, that the stuff that makes that deep fried Twinkie was at the center of the Big Bang at one point or another. And it's delicious. Weird Al started with the Big Bang. Fun thought. Big Derp. Yay, Big Derp.
How was there a Big Derp already?
Because Big Bang. Big Bang made the Big Derp.
At the center of the universe, there was a derp.
It was trapped in there.
And then she tripped. And the universe was born.
Even all the energy that made us is making these derpies right now. It's all the same stuff. They're as real as we are. The ponies are real, guys. See, it all comes together. The ponies are real.
They're as real as you want them to be, Michael, says the therapist.
The therapist also came from the center of the Big Bang with the derps. They're now on your screen. We're all just gas. It's compacted into different random elements. I know I got a lot of gas still in me.
I know, you definitely look it.
I am a walking fart.
When he sits down, gotta turn that mic sensitivity up. It's like a whoopee cushion without the whoopee.
Oh, getting personal now. We got 15 minutes. Don't K-Cat.
Don't want to click going. Okay.
Suddenly you message K-Cat. Tell him it's like a big derp started with a big bang. No context. Be like,
Okay. So now we should have splashes.
I know. So when she gets pulled out of the screen, can she grab her ducky on the way out?
So the whole pool coming up, I have to kind of be careful because she's coming into the pool. So she splashes right here. So it's from here to something before then. So I'm probably going to take the pool.
It's come full circle. I said it came full circle. And then I sneezed. It's taking a big stretch.
Okay, if I do it like this,
It works.
okay, and then when she gets pulled away,
Yeah, she grabs her ducky as she's getting pulled away. Takes it with her.
I might actually extend this one a little bit. I don't like that, but I'm going to do it because okay, so that'll work, but I need a load of helper.
Mom, stop hogging my pool. I like to think that Dinky convinced Derpy to get into the pool because she's food, take a bath. It's like, you want to go swimmies, Mom? She's like, yeah, swimmies. She's allowed to have muffins in the pool. They won't let her have muffins in the bathtub. Clogs the sink. It's like the plumber had to come out 3 times last week. Muffins in the drains again.
Okay, so this should rotate the pool. It does. Okay.
It is legit a Seinfeld episode where he tries to find a way to cook breakfast in the shower.
Sounds like a Kramer thing.
It was a Kramer thing.
Okay.
It's never really clear what he did for a living.
One of my favorite episodes is where he uses accidentally uses butter as a suntan lotion, and then Newman finds him and he's like, because he just like smells cooked skin,
It's crispy.
and he's just like, you and I think he walks over there with like onions and stuff and starts like chopping it. He's like, what are you doing? Nothing.
It smells delicious. Derpy, she flipped the pool. Like, you've been in there for 3 hours. It's time to get out. I remember really liking it. We had a little kiddie pool in the backyard when I was real little. I do remember it being like just fun. 'Cause it felt like, I don't know, it felt like you were doing something We were allowed to do it, but it almost felt like we were doing something sneaky. It felt like something we shouldn't be allowed to do. Play around in water in the backyard, make a mess. The pool was a messy thing. She could be a sushi chef. She could work at like Benihana's. And I haven't been to one of those in a long time. And you know what? I don't really care that much.
They're fun, but once you've been to them once, they're kind of the same thing.
You watch a dude who's talented with knives.
I've been to Benihana's a couple times because I had a coworker that really liked going to them. But yeah, it was basically like, "Ooh, look, volcano!"
Yeah, they're gonna do the onion volcano again.
If you start looking or stating that, like, I've seen that before, sometimes they mix in some other stuff. But yeah, they tend to do the same show.
Just piss them off, and all they do is cook your food and give you no show. Scowl the whole time. I don't know. I don't like that because I just feel like I gotta pay him extra for the show, and I don't want the show. I want the food. Just feed me.
You can just order the food.
Yeah.
Oh, this splash is not what's going on.
I'm a cheap old man. I want my food. I don't want to give you a tip. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know you. I wish a vending machine was doing this. Can't this just be a vending machine? Can't this just be a sandwich out of a vending machine? That would be so much nicer. I would enjoy that so much more. No human contact. That's where I want my food. I mean, it would probably put a lot of people out of work, but I do kind of want the future McDonald's to just be like a vending machine that cooks your burger on the spot. You press a button, you tell it what burger you want, and it shoots a burger at you. That's the future I want.
It shoots a burger at you.
Yeah, it just fires it right into your mouth. Like, that's what they had in Idiocracy.
Soyvis.
I want the thing from Idiocracy, pretty much.
Okay, anybody that says they want anything from Idiocracy is definitely saying something about themselves.
I want the machine that was just the, what was it, Carl Jr. restaurant, which is just a machine. I do love that scene, though. There ain't any fries. My kids are starving. Your kids are starving. You're an unfit mother. Please remain still. Like, Charles Jr. is just issuing arrest warrants. But no, seriously, like, if I went up to a vending machine and it could just give me a hot, freshly made, like, double cheeseburger, it'd be my favorite freaking machine on the planet.
Okay, end it there. I think it's ever so slightly longer, but technically it doesn't even start until here.
Like, what, a burger for 50 cents? And I didn't have to talk to anybody or interact with anybody? Fantastic. Of course, in college, I always ate out of the wheel of death. You ever eat out of one of those?
Yeah, we had at work we had one of those, like, the wheel things that had, there wasn't really any fresh stuff in there. I think they had some cold cuts and stuff.
It's like frozen burgers and stuff in ours we toss into a microwave.
Yeah, those like monster burgers or whatever.
Big ass burgers.
Big ass, yes.
Yeah,
those were
not good.
It was strange where it was a burger with meat, cheese, and bun, but the texture of the entire thing was the same. there was nothing to it. It was like eating a pillow that tasted like a burger. I can still taste it. It wasn't good. It wasn't horrible. Yeah, it was
a
good.
burger.
Yeah, it was. There used to be lessons like that. I've been to 2 of them as a kid. You just go to the wall of rotating glass panels, choose what meal you want, put in the money and open and pull it out. There, that was apparently there's, I think, it's still 1 or 2 left in New York, But when the microwaves thing came up, that was supposed to be going to be the new thing. Is when you go to a restaurant, you just go and pick your food out, you microwave it, and then there you go. That is restaurants now. It's super convenient. You get your food right like that. You can pick what you want, but it's already there. But yeah, wonder why that didn't catch on.
I kind of like that.
Depending on the food, some are okay microwaved, but like nachos,
If you put the cheese on, like,
but then
hot when you get it.
no, but then it's the convenience was it's already all in one thing. That it's a convenience thing.
You're paying for convenience. That's silly. Because it's cheaper for them too.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the business. Is people thinking that microwaves are cool, the next thing, but now if you find microwaves in a kitchen in the back, you're like,
I don't care.
yeah, it depends on what I'm ordering.
Like, yeah, if I'm ordering like,
If I'm gonna pay $16-17 for a plate of food,
the whole point is supposed to
it
be
better
making
not be
cheaper.
microwaved.
I want the vending machine hamburger because the vending machine hamburger is only $1.
No,
That's why I
you think
want
it's
the
still
vending
$1?
machine there. No, but it should be.
Well, just think about the logistics of that. Somebody has to go and put the burger together, make it all,
No,
put
I'm
it in
talking about the
plastic.
vending machine that just does it all, cooks it even.
No, but still the cost of it doing that would still be there because you have to still somebody putting all the supplies in there. The supply
one
chain
guy.
to get the meat that is supplied, that somebody has to kill the cow, cut off the meat, grind it up, send it there frozen.
We're not going to grow that in petri dishes.
Yeah, not,
future.
maybe in the future, but Derpy's chilling out.
We're all going to be eating T-Rex.
Mr. Hangman.
They're like going to find like a little bit of T-Rex DNA. They're going to put that in a petri dish. We're going to be eating T-Rex burgers. That's going to be future.
Okay, so Derpy's in there. Should I give her like water goggles?
Know what she needs.
A rubber duck.
If you don't give her a ducky, it'll be a
I have to
lost
do
opportunity.
I have to deal with the physics of a rubber ducky.
Rubber ducky is very important. Like,
Oh, that's not what.
well, we got a couple rubber duckies. I got the little ones.
No, we're not doing. I want that one.
That's an evil. That's not a rubber ducky.
That's
at all. That is not why. It's terrifying.
This one's spinning.
One looks evil.
I don't have an actual rubber ducky.
You
It's
have-
just a standard one. This
that's-
one's got it. It's dead.
Why is that one dead?
This one's also dead. Now look at that rubber ducky.
Grab the spinning one. Just tell it to stop spinning. The one. With
Yeah. Well, I don't have to tell it to stop spinning. Oh, look, it stopped
why is it
spinning.
evil?
We're talking about the viability of the meal machine and the Jetsons. Oh, no, we're just talking about just meal machines and stuff in general, not so much Jetsons
I do-
specifically.
I always love the concept of the convenience fee because that is just as convenient for them in most cases as it is for you.
Oh yeah, it is. That's what makes it
They
stupid.
charge you for it. It's about the dumbest thing.
But that's what the idea is in a business, it's get expenses down and profit up. So if they can charge you the same for something that they then promote as being a convenience that they're giving you.
That's why
Yeah.
people are pissed off at capitalism anymore. Gotten silly. Like it was all about.
Oh no.
No, that ducky. It thirsts for blood.
It's just staring. It's just been waiting. Oh, that's a little big.
Punch it. She got to fight the ducky. Go ducky size.
But this isn't a bathtub.
Oh, but she brought her ducky. She's not gonna play in water without her ducky.
In the pool?
Yes, it's her favorite ducky. See, she loves duckies.
No,
She's
but
got a
see,
ducky
the
pool.
problem is now I have to actually deal with the physics of it being in the water.
I mean, they have a bob up and down randomly.
So what I'm probably gonna have to do, is there actually 3? Okay, I'm going to just make this a rotation. We're just going to jitter this.
The ducky's so angry. She's like, if you don't stop splashing right now, I'm gonna lose it.
I'm gonna smooth it. Okay, it's still a little quick, but I think that it's the right amount. Okay, and then we grab this root. Actually, I think do this on. Ooh, actually, can I jitter 2 bones at once? Okay, it does let me do that. Good. Okay. This one's probably gonna have to.
Just make sure the ducky is somewhere she can grab it when she gets.
Okay, this is not jittered enough. Wait, why is Z going that way?
Float.
There we go.
He's very excited.
This is very exciting.
And a ducky.
Okay, so what? Smooth it again in a bit.
I have a rubber
Okay,
ducky
and then-
on my desk. Got a little hat.
X and or no, which okay, so it's X and Z. We're then going to jitter this quite a bit actually. Okay, and we're gonna stretch that out, and this we're gonna very much smooth. Okay, and it's probably gonna move around a bit too much. Okay.
I mean, she's splashing around a lot of water.
Yeah, but I can reduce it. I can't increase it.
Well, this looks pretty good.
Nope, still a little too much. And probably gonna stretch it out a bit more.
Ducky, drippy.
That's actually pretty decent. There's right there, it's not as good, but it's all just random chance. So and then this,
You could probably use the goggles too, like you
the
suggested.
rotation, I'm gonna move over a bit more too. The goggles, I don't want to overuse them a bit.
Just get water in there.
Okay, and then we gotta lock. This needs to go to the technically the pool water, but I don't want to have it scale. So we're gonna lock this to
Is
the
there a
pool
snorkel
helper.
for ponies?
Well, I don't even know if you need it to be a pony one, but I don't. You have to have it go outside the
Yeah.
head more.
If it's not a pony one, it probably won't hurt or work.
Oh, actually,
Oh,
I didn't-
I
I didn't
definitely
do it to
wore
this position.
snorkels and stuck my head in the kiddie pool because it was just fun. Like my face is underwater, but I can breathe. This is fun.
so now it should. And why didn't you go with the pool? Oh, because the pool helper. I need to lock it to the pool apparently. Because the pool has, yeah, okay, we'll just lock it to the pool. Technically the same thing. It's just, there we go. So she's got it, and then when she goes up,
She want the ducky to fall out. She's like, Ducky, Ducky, no. She wants her ducky.
okay, actually, okay, that's in the right one. So we're going to move it and then rotate it because it should rotate the motion ever so slightly.
Her little legs. They're like, no, ducky. Attacking. It goes fast. That's the third one today. Ghosts aren't that interesting, guys.
Okay. I also have to fix this too because right now the pool goes well above the camera, so I have to adjust this a bit too. But yeah, you got a ton of ghost facts. You want more big derp? Gotta do more ghost facts.
Here's a ghost fact. Most ghosts, once they realize they're ghosts and can go anywhere in the world, say, hey, where's someplace I've never been before? So they go to the bottom of the ocean. That's where most ghosts are, because they get lost down there. Because they're like, hey, this is pretty cool. How do I get back? There's no signs at the bottom of the ocean to see, and it's really big. So most ghosts just kind of wander around down there. So, you know, if you become a ghost, think twice before going to the bottom of the ocean. It might be cool, but big derp. Sorry, I was saying something. Big derp. It's cute.
Okay. That looks like it just skates the corner there. Okay. Apparently I did not move this up enough.
It is a big derp.
Soon. I gotta just move the pool a little bit more because that duck is showing.
Your duck is showing. You just.
Actually, I could just move the duck.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just move the duck.
Okay, so the duck pops in. And then, okay, and Derpy, I think, is showing for a little bit. No, she's not. She's not. And then at the end here, the pool still disappears. Okay.
I'm very happy you added the duck. It's very important. Let's have some pool fun. Yeah.
They wanted a rubber ducky ghost fact.
Specifically a rubber ducky ghost fact?
You don't have to do the
Rubber duckies don't have ghosts, guys. They're freaking rubber duckies. They're soulless monsters. That one definitely wants to murder because it does not know the difference between good and evil, for it has no soul. That's your ducky fact. Beware the duck.
Yeah, I heard you, Michael.
Oh no. Get back, foul beast. Duck lore expanding. Doo-doo. It's worse than Jaws. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. And get murdered. Duck murdered.
Okay, well, I think this one can be considered done. The goggles thing, I think I could put goggles on here, but
Snorkel would be
we'll
better.
check if there's a snorkel, but we already over.
Ooh. Is that a pony snorkel?
No, it's from Portal, and that's from something else.
I don't know that they'll work.
No, that one wouldn't. This definitely wouldn't, and this one, because the mask, I would need a snorkel on its own, and those don't. I can see.
Not a snorkel without the mask. Do the goggles and the snorkel separate.
I don't think I'm gonna like this though. Oops. Oh yeah, no, that was right.
Where did they go?
Oh yeah, these aren't bone maps. It'd be something like that.
You would have to.
I could make them transparent, but it would take
okay.
time. I'm gonna definitely do it to her driving bit,
Okay.
but I'm not gonna do it. Put a shark fin strap to her head. Nah, I think at this point it's her in a pool. It's pretty simple, and then we'll just have to make some splash noises, and yeah. Technically, this pool has bones where you can kind of like actually kind of mess with the water a little bit. But it's really random and annoying, so I'm not going to bother. But we'll call that one good. So how are we doing on those? So we have Then the base, 8. Wait, no, that's Big Derp.
7.
7. I think the car one and the pool one and the kitty one are probably going to be value based, while all the rest, like typewriter, piano, to me those are just different takes on the same thing, like playing on a typewriter or something. So I think I might put all those on random, to where if any bits come in, no matter the amount, it's just going to pick one at random. But then the rest I'll have to come up with something. I think I'm going to keep it though, that I think right now we have it for 500 and higher is the special Michael one. I'm going to keep it at that for the 500, but I might change it for anything above it. But we can't get rid of Gator Pay.
You can get rid of it. I wouldn't mind.
No, I animated for you.
I still haven't seen royalties on that.
I give you pats on the back. I send
my
you
image.
I send you pictures of things from the thrift store.
You need to post more ponies. I think that's
Cheers, new buddy.
I'll pay. Pay the royalties. More pony pictures. Me and Giz are doing all the work.
I don't post pony pictures because I don't go looking for pony pictures.
Yes, you do. How else are you gonna do at work when you're bored? You look at pony pictures like everyone else on the planet.
If I wanted to like sit down for a minute and do something, I'll read a book.
No, you got like 30 seconds. You got time to look at one horse picture and post it. One horse picture.
You're like naughty.
That's what I do. I have like a second. I'll sit down and I'll be tired. I'll be like, I need a horse.
Do you have your phone set up to like the moment you open it, it just automatically opens Derpy Bureau? Because
like opens a Tumblr or something,
yeah, like not even like if you lock it for any reason, it just knows.
I'm already in it. Like I'm just.
We need to get
I
like
use my phone for at work.
we got to mount a TV in your room that it only does one thing. It's whitelisted to only go to Derpy Bureau. It's a touch screen. And it just randomly, anytime new pictures pop up, it just pops up with the new picture.
You probably see all the pony pictures I post, and you think, wow, he's just looking at ponies all day. Truth is, I look at maybe a pony once every half hour for like a second. I just scroll quickly through Tumblr, like, that's cute. Boom, boom, Discord, pony. You can do it too.
I think it's been the longest since we did Switch.
But they're not a pony.
I know what he's playing.
What is that?
Etna.
Huh? What is it? Yeah.
Disgaea.
I never played it.
It's like a Final Fantasy Tactics game with like demons. It's the fun thing with the game is that it basically had no level cap. So you can basically it just auto scales, so you can get to like crazy numbers, like trillions for some things. It likes penguins a lot too. But yeah, we did I think Cowgirl more recently, so we'll head over to Switch. He's playing retro stuff. If this is original, then it is pretty retro because that is like PlayStation 1. There we go. Otherwise, we will be back on Friday. I don't know if we'll be doing any more of these bit things or if we'll be going back to the other video for a bit. But I got to try to render these out. But this is there's a lot of manual changing on these ones, so I don't know. I might start it, but I won't have it done. But thank you, Nolan, for the bits, and thank you. Oh no, the bits, and thank you to Sunset for moderating.
Yes.
The next live stream be uploaded on the Arcademia live stream channel. I missed a few, and so I have to recreate them, and I want to get them up in order, and so I have to spend like literally a few hours recreating them. I have a bunch up there ready to go, but I have to I have to recreate like 4 of them from recordings. Then it takes so long that I've just been kind of lazy about it.
What's a live stream?
Michael, shut up. But yeah, I want to get them up there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. I've been keeping up with it since, but it's just all unlisted. But yeah, it's gonna force me to rate, so I gotta go. Bye bye though.
Bye.